welcome back to the best thing you watched this week. I'm Ruben the Viking with a mini sword for no reason whatsoever. Hi, Chris. How you doing?
I was watching you put that on, and I'm like, what in the crap are you actually doing?
Just amusing myself while the music was going, that's all.
Oh, well, good.
I get bored
Good.
easily.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah. Hi, guys, in the chat. If you're just joining us, we've been doing this segment now live for a while. But we've been doing the podcast now, the best thing we watch, for 3-ish years. And out of that spawned The Bearded Ones, which is a podcast, not a podcast, a Patreon that has like 100 videos in it now. That starts at £1. So if you want to see more of us, if you don't get enough in this live stream and our reviews on our respective channels, and you want to support us somehow on there, it just starts at £1, and we do all sorts of things there. However, with all our Patreons that you see now on the screen, thank you so much for supporting us there. We also have a podcast that is basically this, but the audio version. And this time round, going forward, we'll take out the chat stuff that we have in between, because it's not as fun to listen to on the chat. I was listening to that back and chatting to Chris, and he was like, yeah, maybe that doesn't quite work the way we want it to. But that does mean if you catch us live, you get to interact with us, which we love. Like live, we can talk to you, answer your budding questions about movies, and maybe, what the latest fashion trend is on, the president of Uganda. And you can ask Chris all about that. He knows a lot about that. But this week, as usual, we start with... I'm not going to let you answer. This week, as usual, we start with answering the movie quote quizzes, which Chris does every week. He's going to give us the answers and then give us 3 more.
Yes. Congratulations to Nostromo, Red Comet, Chris Retzlaff, and Tara Briscoe, all getting the theme and the answers. No Country for Old Men, Fargo, and The Lady Killers.
Nice.
And the theme there was the Coen brothers. That was because I had gone and seen Drive Away Dolls, which don't go and see. Unfortunately, that was a bad thing. I'm so bummed. I have 4 this week. I actually had more, but I cut some
4?
of them out. Yeah.
Jeez.
It's
why are you going more? We didn't discuss that. I'm not sure that's allowed.
Well, fire me then. Yeah, well. Okay, so here we go. Number 1.
Yeah.
What do you mean they cut the power? How could they cut the power, man? They're animals. Number 2.
I know what that is. Cool.
I know.
Okay.
The only people that go to this much trouble are professionals, not luggage thieves, and not punks.
Cool. I'm not sure what that is.
Whoa, he stole that guy's pizza.
Okay.
And then number 4, if anything in this life is certain, if history has taught us anything, it is that you can kill anyone.
Huh. All right, that's 3.
No, that was 4.
It's 4?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I got 2. I know 2 of them. I don't know what the connection is.
I am happy with myself at the theme.
Okay.
So there you go. Ruben, do you have a question for us?
I do.
Okay.
Do you want me to do it now, or do you want to go to the...
Yeah, you do your question, and then we'll hit up everybody in the chat.
Cool. This is a fun one.
Okay.
And it's a little bit selfish because it's all about me.
Okay.
Me. Okay, so if you guys know anything about me, I have worked in music videos, corporate videos, shorts, and feature films. Now, there's this movie game that you can play, which a lot of people have played, called 3 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, which
6.
basically means 6 degrees? We play 3. It's much tougher.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys are ruthless.
Yeah. And your challenge is to do from Ruben to Kevin Bacon in 3 moves.
Ruben to Jean-Claude Van Damme and whatever that sci-fi movie is that you worked on.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
UFO. Yeah.
Yeah. Van Damme Oh, wait, I need to go back from Kevin Bacon. What has Kevin Bacon been in lately? Or even, good Lord, James Purefoy, Kira
We can let the guys in the
Sedgwick.
comments try if you're struggling.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of all who he's Elizabeth Moss. Because I want to go from the Expendables because there's a ton of people in
Yeah,
there.
you have like Arnold Schwarzenegger, depending on which one they're in. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't. How many can you do? I mean, how many is it? How many is it for you? Did you figure that out?
Yeah, I can do it.
Oh, well, okay, but tell me, not telling me that. How many connections does it take to get?
I'm telling you.
No, you don't have to tell me what the connections are.
No,
Just
I'm
tell
just
me
saying.
how
I'm not
many.
telling you how many. I want to see how low you can get.
Well, no, no. Come on, because that's the
I
way.
can do it. I can do it in 3. Yeah.
3. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Okay,
Okay.
so, gosh, dang it.
We'll let the guys in the comments.
John Lithgow in Footloose, who is in. He's got to be in something with one of those people from Expendables.
Okay, so next week, whoever gets it in the comments first, I will review whatever movie you would like in this segment, in the best thing we watched this week. Okay.
Oh, dude, I'm looking up IMDb then. That's totally cheating, but that's good. Okay.
Nice. Okay.
How about we... that is a wonderful question, though, by the way. Love
It's
it.
fun, isn't it? Yeah.
It is. It's really good. So I like that. My kids and I play that a lot, too. And we'll skip ahead, like... But it's not just... well, no, it is. It's like, yeah, we would go like Kevin Bacon to... George Clooney, but then we would say a specific movie, or
right.
just a movie, not necessarily a character in that movie. You know what I mean? And like
I
it
find
could
the
be
younger, newer actors are really tough to go with the older actors. Like you go someone like Robert Redford, or and then do like 11.
yeah. I don't. Sometimes, like I find it hard sometimes to remember what some of them are in.
Yeah, true. That's what
So-
IMDb is for.
This is true, but see, that's cheating. We don't
Is it?
do that.
Is it?
It is when we're playing that game. So yeah, when you visit, we're going to play, and I tell you, it gets brutal, and it gets chaotic too, because we're just shouting things out and going over, and then we get different ideas, and it's like, ooh, I get it next.
Nice.
So
Yeah, I do
all
like
right.
that game. It's fun.
It is fun. It's a good mental game too, though. So okay, going to the comments. David, friend from Ireland, thank you. Loving the live format as always. We appreciate that. And I'm also remembering to show the comments, which is a good thing. Chris Retzlaff, thank you. Oh, it didn't start yet. Oh, this is before. Haha, you liked it already.
You
Well,
liked
thank
it
you.
already.
We do appreciate the liking and the subscribing. So, yes, please.
Depending on how we do, you might unlike it.
Well, no, don't unlike it. That's not fair. You liked it. No takebacks. Maud, is it worth it to watch Code 8 movies part 1 and 2? I'm going to be talking about part 2 later in the show. But I did watch part 1 this week also for the first time, and I had fun with that one.
Part 1 is awesome.
I
like
was
it a lot.
impressed
Yeah.
too that it was crowdfunded.
Yeah. Did such a good job with that crowdfunding.
Yeah, a lot of fun. So, part 1, absolutely. Part 2, stay tuned to my thoughts. Hi, Niket. How are you? Glad to have you on. Ruben, this is more for you. Maud wants to know, have you guys watched Vinland Saga yet?
Yeah, I've seen season 1, and I've seen half of season 2, and yeah, it's awesome. It's just, there's no other word for it. It's just, it's awesome. Yeah.
Nice. I have not watched it, but Ruben keeps telling me I should watch it. Nostromo tells me I should watch it.
We all tell you should watch it
Yeah, everybody
One
tells
day.
me I should watch it.
one day.
One day, one fine day. Son of Soils, good evening. Good evening to you.
Good afternoon and good night.
Chris, you know that last quote for sure. Awesome. I can't wait to see if you catch the theme because you typically catch it when many
When the others don't.
day. Oh, there we go. Wouldn't clicking. Hello. That I don't even know what that accent was. Um, is Spaceman on your menu? No, because I have not watched it yet. Ruben, you have not watched either, correct?
Nah. Nah, mate.
Yeah, it from what I've seen, it's not really worth it to check it out. I can't say that for certain though, just because we haven't watched it. But I do have a lot of things that are well to talk about. I had to cut some down because I had fun this
Wow.
week. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, oh, you have watched it? Okay, it's bizarre. Well, so okay. Did you enjoy it though? That's what we want to know. Bizarre, because bizarre can be good, bizarre can be bad, can be middle of the road there. Oh, okay. Well, go ahead and continue to ask us things in the chat as Ruben distracts himself with his knife there. And
It's from Final Fantasy. I'm just jealous of everybody getting to play the new game, Rebirth, that came out this week.
oh, okay, okay. David's emoji says it all. So, yeah, thumbs down. So cool. Thank you. Glad that that is what it. Yeah, I'm not gonna probably waste my time at all then. So, yeah. Okay, Ruben, how about we dive in to
Yeah.
the show? And I've already screwed up myself because I have not written down time codes, which I suck.
Cool. I was going to say, do you want to start? Because you have more than me this week, but it sounds like I need to start.
Well, no, I can start if you want.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Mine is Dune Part 2. That that was
I mean, okay.
no, I mean by far the
Yeah.
best thing I watched.
Yeah.
I mean, so spectacular.
Did you see it in like IMAX or a big screen?
Didn't see it in IMAX. It was on a big screen though.
Okay.
So that way we could I mean, in the sound was really loud, which was outstanding.
Like, did you get any of that reverberation with the score?
A little bit. I mean, you could feel the presence in the room.
Okay.
But when I saw the first part in IMAX,
Yeah.
that audio experience was a completely different thing.
Yeah. There is
I mean,
something about IMAX's audio, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean, that was vibrating my chest and the seat and the whole thing. I mean, I loved it.
You felt that in your soul.
I did. Well, and in this one, you had mentioned last week because you got to see it early that the scale
Yeah.
of things, which I appreciated in the first movie, and here again, I'm just constantly blown away that the visuals we feel right there. You know what I mean? Because the camera work puts us right in the midst of everything, but
Yeah.
then pulls way back to show us how tiny and minuscule we are in comparison to these ships, which makes sense. I mean, if you're transporting 1,000 people or 10,000, warriors or something like that, it can't be the size of an airplane.
Yeah.
It needs to be monstrous. And so I love that we get that. The characters, like I loved that we got to see more of Stilgar. He was like Javier Bardem is
Yeah.
he was so good,
Did you?
so zealous.
Yeah, I'm interested to know whether your audience found his reactions funny. Did you get anybody laughing?
There may have been one or two times, like, but not. I mean, like when because it's shown in parts of the trailer where they go after a sandworm. And he was like that. I mean, he had some funny moments in there, but not like.
I laughed. I have to admit, I laughed when he said, "Not that big."
Exactly, because that was. I mean,
Good Lord.
Everybody's reactions, because you could see them all go,
Yeah.
uh-oh, we've just killed him. So that part of it, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I did, I laughed out loud at that part. And there's probably a couple times that I chuckled, but he was not, I didn't find him to be like just funny.
No, he's not. He wasn't like a comedian. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I think maybe, I guess I could see some of that just because of the zealousness that he has, I mean, because he's over the top, right? And we were talking about it afterwards. We had gone out to dinner, and it's just kind of like, it mirrors today, where you got to wonder, is Stilgar seeing Paul as the Messiah because he wants to? And so because he believes he is, anything that Paul can do that falls in line with that, it's attributed to.
He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy.
Exactly. Exactly. So I don't know. The coloring, it was outstanding, especially
the whole film.
Oh, well, yeah, but I loved more so because when I saw the trailer, I didn't understand the context for when we're seeing the
black and
Harkonnens.
white
Yes.
scene. Yeah.
Yes.
I thought that was spectacularly done. Yeah.
Dude, that is not only wildly creative, but then, yeah, it was excellently executed, because you have, when they're under the cover of something, and not in the black sunlight, you can see their color, slightly. I mean, it's not like they're super vivid.
Like there's a doorway scene in cover of the Colosseum, and you see like this woman who's slightly colored, and just as the shadow moves forward, it just seeps into that like stark black and white, and it's so rich as well. So it's not just like your standard black and white. It's vibrant. It works so well.
Yeah, the contrast in that is beautiful, because the blacks are dark and the whites, I mean, on their faces, it is just, stupid white.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to talk about this because I know you want to, because you had issue. Other people have issues with what I said as well.
Right.
I don't think Austin Butler is nearly as menacing or as psychotic as he's purported to be.
Nah, you're just flat wrong with this one, Chris.
No. Look at him.
Yes.
He's a petulant child. He stands in the back
That's
lot of the
what
time.
Bautista is. He's the one throwing a hissy fit every time he doesn't get to do something. He's acting like a child. It was Elvis that I felt had all the presents.
Oh, see, no, because he's said to be psychotic. He's said to be uncontrollable. He's said to be just like this absolute menace, right? Like the threat. I mean, he is, you've got Stellan Skarsgård as Baron. He's bad, but he's also calculated. But Fade Road is that his name? Fade something. He's not. I mean, he's supposed to be more brash, more just spur of the moment. And I found him to be, he kept his mouth quiet way too often, or he just didn't, I don't know. I didn't buy it.
I didn't get that at all. That's so weird.
Yeah. I mean, I liked him, like when he's yelling in the Colosseum.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that energy that he brought.
Yeah.
But I never felt that he was, how they described him. They describe him as
this one scene where you see him and he just turns around and I think it's in the trailers. He kills them with no regard to life, for no reason other than he just wants to And every time you see him on screen, he's doing something like that. So by the time you get to the altercation of the fight, I was like, Timothy Chalamet's character's, he's in doo-doo here. This guy's going to school him.
Well, well, I'm not talking about like fighting capability.
Yeah, but it was the presence, like the build, even what it said about him without even seeing him, the persona of what they've created. You didn't know, okay?
No,
you didn't get that.
I think if I was like going back through my head, because some people are like, well, who would you think then? What would you look for? You know, let's take Anton Chigurh.
Who's that?
Avatar. Javier Bardem's character in No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
That dude is psychotic. That dude has presence, because without saying much, or I mean, like, what's the most you ever lost in a coin toss? That right there sends shivers down the spine, because he is pure and unadulterated evil. Like there is nothing. You know what I mean? It is like he's just going to kill you on the flip of a coin. That is sociopathic or psychotic. Paul Bateman. No, not Paul Bateman. Patrick Bateman. Christian Bale's character in American Psycho.
But I don't think he was meant to be that sort of psychotic. He's not demented.
But, well, I don't think either of them are demented. They're the ruthless killers. You know what I mean? Who do it for fun or whatever. You're in the way. You're here. I don't know.
I definitely got that from him.
Okay.
It's so interesting. I love it when entertainment media, you go and you're like, I see this. And you're like, but I see this. And you're like, wow, that's a different movie.
No. Well, and I was talking with another YouTuber yesterday on Twitter, Sully Streams, and he had posted a picture of Austin Butler from it, and it's like part of his head's cut off, just the top of it, and a little bit of his chin, and he's like right up against the camera there. And he's, it's like the black and white, and all I saw was Megamind. Because it
hilarious. Okay.
Because he's bald, but you get to see, and then his head kind of goes out a little bit, like
but Megamind's is much more elongated and big. And
well, yeah, I'm not saying it's exact, but I mean, if you cut off Megamind's head at the there and put him in the same
design, I thought it was menacing, especially with that black mouth. I thought that was the contrast of that coloring was awesome.
I did like when he was screaming in the Colosseum, and he's and the teeth all go black and everything else because of the blood that's in his mouth or whatever. No, I liked that. I loved that visual. I thought that was great. And when he screams, you can see passion, you can see anger.
So I'm hearing you. I hear your thoughts. Maybe part of what I thought was so menacing was his skill. Like everybody he came up against, he was just far better than even those so-called warriors that
that were drugged.
Well, no, the one guy wasn't drugged.
Yeah,
he was limping,
but then he's surrounded by all his caretakers, his babysitters, who have to wound the guy in the shoulder. I mean, yeah, sure, he yells at them for doing that, but the damage has already been done. This is not a fair fight.
True.
And he has his whole vibrating thing. I mean, he turned himself into a giant dildo so that he can't.
But he turned that off.
Well, eventually, but not at the beginning.
Okay, so you didn't think he was a good warrior either.
I liked his fight with Paul.
Yeah.
That fight scene was spectacular. Not only from the choreography, but the way that it was captured, the sound design in it. You know how they amp up the they cut out all
hits.
Soundtrack, all score, and so it's just natural
it's
sound.
Like it's almost like that sound when you hear the boxing match. That it was heavy. You felt it. Yeah.
Loved it. I thought that was so wonderful. Now, and here's the thing too. Just because I didn't think that Austin Butler was everything he was said to be in that, I still loved the movie. I mean, I gave the movie 5. I mean, because
All right.
I was like,
Okay.
this was a sci-fi epic.
Yeah. What
It
did you
was-
think of the end?
I knew it was kind of coming.
Yeah, because I kind of warned you about it.
Yeah, the thing I think that I didn't like, or at least that felt rushed, was we have Paul has all of these visions, okay,
Yeah.
that keep him. I mean, they wake him up at night. They're nightmares.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, and he's so afraid of that. And then in a very, very quick succession. Now, maybe it takes more time, like day-wise or whatever, but we're not shown that. So in what we see, it's a very quick progression of him going from, holy crap, I can't do this, to, yep, I am, let's
I'm
go.
the leader now. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I can see that. Yeah.
And so that I felt, was rushed. I was talking to my oldest, and we were talking about just like the differences. For me, I didn't know that, but and I can see how some people that's a no go for them because it's so different. You have the way that the fight sequence between Paul and Fed.
Yeah, it's totally different. Yeah.
Yeah, it's way longer than what it is in the book. The outcome of the Baron, while the same, is also done differently.
There's also bits that some characters do some things in the film that they didn't do in the book, like yeah. But he's doing his own thing, and I think that's fine. I think he has to. Yeah.
Yeah, I still loved it. I thought, holy crap, dude, you need to get Messiah written and filmed because we need the third part.
So apparently it is greenlit, and he is working on the script, but he's also working on 4 others.
Yeah.
And he has a secret movie that he wants to get out first. So,
Which
like,
some
everybody
people are-
was, like, arguing with me, like, oh, no, we're going to get to see it. It's going to make all the money. It's like, even if it makes good money at the cinema for people going to see it, its marketing budget probably was near enough the budget of what it took to make the film, because they've spent huge amounts on it. So it has to make big money for the studio to go, yeah, let's get out this fast as we can. I don't think they won't make the third part, because leaving it like they have would be stupid. But you could also. So and it could, like, we're probably realistically it's minimum 4 years minimum.
Oh yeah, maybe even 5.
Yeah.
It was rumored. I saw a couple people like speculating that his secret project was a James Bond film. I was like, oh, that'd be cool.
That would be cool, but
yeah, but he also had said that he doesn't want, after doing Blade Runner 2049, he would really rather not step into anybody else's universe.
yeah, I'd like to see him do some of his own stuff again, because that stuff is awesome. Arrival will always be one of my favorite films, like, of all time. Yeah, I want to see.
Absolutely.
Prisoners is devastating, but still amazing. Sicario, good lord, like, yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's see him do some other stuff. It'd be great.
Absolutely. Do you wanna hit yours, and then we'll go to some comments?
Okay, sure.
Okay.
The best thing I watched this week was an anime, so we'll do the anime segment first this week. The over 9,000.
It's over 9,000!
Nice. That's never gonna get old for me.
I love it.
So it was so funny. I had all on one day. I had people in our comments say, "You gotta watch this." I had my friends come to me that watch a lot of anime say, "You've got to watch this," and then I watched it. And unfortunately, there's only 3 episodes out. I went hunting for the studio that was doing and found out that it was Adult Swim, got them to give me the next episode, so I can review the first 4. The next episode only comes out like tomorrow or like late evening, depending on what time zone you're in. But it is called Ninja Kamui. It's short synopsis. Former ninja Joe Higan is ambushed by assassins who seek bloody revenge on him and his family for their betrayal after escaping his clan and fleeing into rural America. So this is a modern day ninja anime. So, we've had like that Netflix Family Ninjas series that was live action. That was good. This one is brutal. I was like, holy crap. They're basically, you're forbidden to love once you're a ninja. You cannot, because you always put the ninja clan forward as the missions, everything. So you can't love anyone. You can't get entangled, because that can be used as a weakness, or you might put them first above the mission. Mission always comes first. So once you're a ninja, always a ninja. You can never leave. Like, you leave when you die. That's what it is. And we're talking about ninjas that have, it's modern day, but some of them have magical abilities, like jutsus. And so if you take a bit of Naruto and put that in there, they each specialized ninja. There aren't many of them have abilities that defy the laws of normality, let's say, which makes it really interesting. But the reason why I say it's so brutal is because it's a revenge story. You fall in love with the characters, and then a horrible, horrible massacre happens, and then it's the dude that you are 100% on board. If you think back to The Punisher, do you remember the original Punisher movie? Did you ever watch that?
No.
This is
that the one with Thomas Jane?
Yeah, with Thomas Jane. It's fantastic. But basically, there's a scene at a wedding where the whole family's there. Cousins, aunties, and his wife, and everybody gets massacred, and he gets shot. And the story from there is him basically taking out those that, and you're so on board because of those, that it's such a horrible atrocity that's happened. That's what they start off with, and they don't shy away from it. It's brutal, bloody, gory. And then we get him, and then we realize what a mistake they've made, because he's he was like one of the last ninjas that they would want to defect, because he was so talented and had a unique ability of his own. So when we see him going out and start killing and working his way backwards, basically, the way he kills, I equate it to, and this is the best example I can give, there's a number of Call of Duty games, and the older ones like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and 3 had this ability when you used to shoot, the bullets and the sound effect that the bullet would go from once you've shot into a person, all of that felt impactful because it had those sound effects and the momentum of all of that. And then when you're playing, depending on the controller you're using, it also had a vibration impact. So every time you hit somebody or even like meleeed them, you felt it with audio, visual, sound, and physical. That's what it feels like when you're watching this anime and he goes in for the sword and he's like pushing his sword into the guy's chest and he's ripping it out, because he's fighting not just your skill, but with like absolute just anger and hatred and sadness. And so you feel all those sword movements. So when you get this ferocious fighting, and it's beautifully executed, it's so fast and frenetic, and yet you get to see what's happening, which is like, it's a skill in itself to kind of show everything but still make it feel like you're watching someone that's ridiculously skilled. Now, unfortunately, his task is insurmountable because he's got to fight guys, thousands of ninjas, and ones that are equal or if not stronger than him. So he's got to build up a team. He hooks up with an FBI agent, an old dude, and a tech lady, and there's some tropes with like anime stuff that's going to happen, and you wonder how they're going to survive, and whether the world of the ninja, one of the rules is they're not allowed to be seen by anybody, and anybody that is seen, you got to kill. So there's all this stuff that comes into play, but they kind of want to do this investigation alongside, so he builds a friendship. In episode 4, if you're expecting it to be as ferocious and frenetic as the first 3 episodes, no. This one slows down and gives us backstory of our characters, which I think was sorely needed because they've been going crazy fast And they're giving a little bit of backstory, but this time around, they're really kind of giving us like some flashbacks between our FBI agent and our main character as to like how he got into the situation he did. But so far, it's brilliant. I'm like, this is really good.
What's the style like? Like the animation style?
That is a good question. How would I? I mean, it's definitely not like Naruto. It feels different. It feels. I don't know if you can get adult anime, but it feels like something like Adult Swim would do, which is why it is an Adult Swim anime. I think the lines are sharper. It's the best way I can describe it, I think.
Okay.
If you see something like on Netflix, there's Samurai, the Blue Samurai. It's similar to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But you're really digging this.
Oh man, I'm loving it. Like it's one of the. I have 3 animes now that I watch every week on the weekend, that I can't wait to watch. Like normally I'll wait until the whole season is out. But there's a few that I like. I can't. I gotta watch it now, and this is one of those. So.
Knocking over small children and grandmothers to get.
Oh yeah, but you get bonus points when you do that anyway. So.
Mostly, yeah. Awesome. Well, that sounds great. Okay, you want to go to the chats? We've collected quite a bit.
Okay, let's see what everybody's chatting about.
All right, so let's see here. Amazon. Chris Resleff says Amazon Studios might be a connection.
Just talking about the movie Quote Quiz.
Oh, maybe.
I'm guessing
No.
by that it's not.
Yeah, no. Maud says, I'm not sure, but you both are live in different. Yes, we are. I'm in the United States on the West Coast in California. Ruben is in London. Well, England, not London, but.
I'm in the place that people don't shoot each other mostly.
I am. Well, no, in my town, we don't shoot many people. My country, though, it's daily. So
I'm okay. Our politics are terrible at the moment, so we have equal nonsense going on here. It's fine.
Yes. Juice, hey, good morning, or good day, good afternoon. Good day. I don't know what time it is wherever anybody's at, but hey, we welcome you. That's outstanding that you took some time out of your day, regardless of what time it is, to join us. We love it. Okay, Niket, have to first rewatch Dune before Dune 2. I was hoping to watch part 1 again before I saw part 2, and I just didn't get the opportunity. I remembered it, though, pretty quickly. Like at the beginning when I see Austin Butler use the vibrating thing, I was like, what does that do again? Oh, yeah. Okay. And I didn't remember that the Fremen were called the Fremen.
The Freeman.
Exactly. So, yeah. What about you, Ruben?
I watched it again. Yeah. And it was great. I loved it. And I think I needed it because I'm terrible with the names and the people and who they are and who's alive. I was like, isn't that guy still alive? I was like, isn't he dead? So I need that kind of refresher. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially because the second one picks up pretty much right where the first one has left off.
Yeah.
So.
And Messiah won't. It'll be like 10 years after. Yeah.
Yeah. Excited for that. Next episode, Spaceman was underwhelming. Glad I did not watch. But excited for The Regime coming tomorrow. That is coming on Max.
That's tomorrow?
Yeah. It's Kate Winslet. I've seen some of it. And I'm not going to finish it.
Oh, really?
It is satire turned up to 11, which is not bad, but I'm just not engaged with it. I watched the first episode and I was not looking forward to watching the second episode.
Is it like anything like The West Wing or Newsroom?
No.
Any lawyer series? Nothing like that?
No.
The Queen?
This is like Kate Winslet is the ruler of a fictional European country.
Oh.
She is a hypochondriac and a little bit nuts, and her country is kind of crumbling. Like the government is crumbling, but there's also some corporate things that she's trying to get into, like with American companies to bring revenue in. And then she has this soldier who becomes her caretaker, right-hand man, humidity checker, and like,
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, no, trust me, it makes sense in the show.
Okay.
Still not very good. And what it does though is he slowly gains more and more influence on her and over her. And so then that supposedly, to the best of my knowledge, makes it where he becomes more of the power structure than she.
Doesn't sound fun though.
It I didn't really laugh at all. Kate Winslet's great. I mean, the characters are great. Andrea Riseborough is in this, and she is wonderful because she's playing like this, the grounded, but very sarcastic, like lady in waiting type of thing. It's not period piece. I mean, like I don't know, the assistant kind of. Okay. So yeah, for me, no, but hey, if you're looking forward to it, awesome. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah. David's gonna watch Dune 1 at home tomorrow, and then Monday go to the cinema for Dune 2.
Nice, good day.
So good. How could you like Dune 2 so much? It's pure style, no substance.
That's certainly a stance to have. Yeah.
I mean, it is very stylish, yes, but I thought the zealotry and the rising of an oppressed people, I thought that was huge. I thought that story element was fantastic.
I liked the battle with the relationships. I felt a lot there, between the leader, what he must do to the one he loves. Yeah. I thought there was lots of substance going on in there.
Yeah. Okay. Juice just saw the Spaceman trailer. Yeah, I like Adam Sandler. I just don't think that he's been getting a lot of good roles. Well, no, because he had Hustle, which was outstanding.
Yeah, he did really well in that, and he had another one that was also like indie.
Uncut Gems.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So he has done a few. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He seems to have a great contract with Netflix for sure.
Yeah, and I'm curious if it's what makes the story or the movie not good is not necessarily Adam Sandler, but maybe the story itself or the direction or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Shiny 311. Tell Chris that's a hot take. That's talking about me and my feelings on Austin Butler.
Yeah, he is wrong. Yeah, it's fine. we know this.
Michael, the Minnesota whiskey lover, which I love that name. He was a scary character. I'm glad that you felt that way. I'm probably in the minority. That's okay. Yeah okay. Mode. Should we place greater emphasis on acknowledging the cinematography rather than the director's contribution in Dune 2?
I mean, the director is important, but obviously the cinematography is fantastic, but it only looks as good as it does because of the direction from the director. It's not just a one size fits all. It's a contribution puzzle piece that makes that great. And the director, Denis, would be the first one to admit that. You know, he'd be like, I can say I want it to look like this, and then we can look on the screen and at the media village, look behind the cables and go, okay, that looks like, can we change this to lightning? And then they'll set that up. That it all, and then you get like 10,000 running hands, especially on a film that big, with the cable bashes and the lighting. And there's a big bulb that's literally called a fuck off to kind of light the sky because they need to light it at one direction. Yeah, I mean, you could say that about cinematography, but then you're really just saying the crew of Dune 2 are what makes that film so good.
Yeah, I mean the cinematography was spectacular.
Sure.
It really was.
Yeah.
But the story doesn't come together from the vision without the director that way.
I mean, I could make that argument for the editor.
That's what I was going to say too. Yeah, because the editor then is that, takes the director's vision and makes it come to life.
And then I make the argument is without the score and the composing, you still have a very dry, bland story, even if you edit it. And it's really the sum of all the parts. Yeah.
Could you imagine looking at the desert of Arrakis and not having that building and that
epic
dynamic score?
When the giant worms come out in the sand and there's nothing, just you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. But with the sound reverberation, you're like, holy crap!
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
I want to buy the score.
yeah.
I think that's going to be just a
And then get like a nice horn and place it on top of your car, and wherever you go, just play it loudly.
drive down.
Have your own epic soundtrack as you go to work. Yeah.
Oh, love it. Son of Sales, Shogun is the best thing that you have watched this week. Hiroki Sanada. Spoiler alert, I am going to be talking about Shogun later.
Yeah, I've decided that I'm waiting till it's all out. Like,
oh yeah, that can be. Do you know how many episodes it is? I didn't look up.
I imagine 6 or 8. It's not going to be a long one, I don't think.
Yeah, well, the mini series that came out in like the early '80s, maybe even 1980, with Richard Chamberlain, that was only like 5 or 6 episodes.
Yeah.
It was a mini series. So, Sebastian, agree with Chris on Fade. The character was too calculating to be. Ron fit more of the description. See, I'm not alone. I'm not saying that he's not ruthless, but he's not psychotic. They actually use that word. Okay. Take by your silence, you're just gonna you're playing your tiny violin.
There's 10 episodes for Shogun.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. Well, that dude, well, I'll talk about it later. Breaking Juice asks, anybody seen the Breaking Bad 2 trailer on YouTube?
Oh my gosh. Is it good? Is it funny? Or they're like actually trying to be serious, like this is what it could be. I don't think they should ever go back to that because what they've got at the moment is gold.
Let me ask you this. Could you I came late to it, so we binged through the entire series, which was outstanding that I got to do that.
Yeah.
How rewatchable do you think that is?
Not for me, not very. I wouldn't want to watch it again. Yeah.
Okay.
But I would rewatch Saul.
Better Call Saul?
Better Call Saul, yeah.
Okay. I have not seen that one yet, but I know that Bob Odenkirk is like.
I mean, Bob Odenkirk in general is just a person I'd like to be around more.
Yes. Hey, Mr. Flickster, welcome. Good morning, good day. David is looking forward to Argyle. Maybe, I don't know. Well, I'm happy that you're looking forward to it. Yeah, Ruben and I we are. Yeah, Mr. Flickster is not interested in Argyle. If there we go, there's some juice. Argyle, leave that cat in the bag. Yeah, it's
disappointing. I had high hopes for that film.
Because you have the cast and the director, and then you have a story that's just blah.
It's poo. It's a poo story. Yeah.
It is.
And it wasn't executed very well either. I just all round, I was just like. Anyway, why are we still talking about that?
Yeah, okay. Moving on. Shiny 311. Ruben, you saw the 4th episode of Ninja Kamui?
Yeah, I did. I got the screeners. They're going to be giving it to me early every week, just so I can make you all jealous. I don't even know if I'll review it. I'll review it on this podcast. I just want to see more of it. It's so good.
Nice. All right. Aritra Das, speaking of Shogun and Hiroyuki Sanada, have you guys seen The Last Samurai? Is that the one with Tom Cruise? Is that?
What do you mean, is that the one with Tom Cruise? How many times have you seen that film?
Once.
Oh my God.
It was great.
That is my top 5 Tom Cruise films of all time. I really will rewatch that maybe once or twice a year. It's awesome.
Okay. I enjoyed it. I'm not saying.
Damn it, Chris.
I was just asking if it was that was the one. I'm making
but
sure.
But you didn't know. You've seen it once.
Well, yeah.
I'm kidding.
How many times have you seen Gentlemen Broncos?
At least once.
Only once. Only seen it once.
Yeah, but the difference in quality. I mean, come on. Gentlemen Broncos is weird.
Oh, totally. Yeah. No, it's weird. Very.
I do want to see it again, actually, because I want to see lasers. Yeah.
Surveillance dose. I hate those.
I hate those.
Mr. Flixer just finished One Piece live action. Yes. Amazing. I loved it.
Yeah.
Especially as somebody who's completely unfamiliar with the anime.
Yeah, that's so good that you could enjoy it as well, because it could be just a fan, just because it'll be fine. It'll be just adhering to what the fans like would be fine, because there's enough of them to make it popular. But they balanced it well, I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. Elijah Talbot, always light, Couchin and Cajun, loving Resident Alien and then Leftover Pizza. Is Leftover Pizza a show, or is that just you're eating leftover pizza while watching Resident Alien?
Yeah, I mean, Resident Alien is fantastic.
Because that's Alan Tudyk, right?
Yeah, that's Alan Tudyk as this alien that has now become friends with a few humans. He was meant to scout Earth for it being destroyed, basically, or taken over. But he ended up becoming, the more time he spent in his human disguise, the more human feelings he got. So he starts to empathize. But it's Alan Tudyk, so he's flipping hilarious. Like, there isn't an episode I'm just not cracking up for a majority. And yet they also made it so that you could really like the characters. And so much so, they keep getting greenlit. They're on their 3rd season now and going strong. And they've really opened up the world into like the kind of the governments with the alien stuff, bad aliens, good aliens, all of that. Yeah, it's awesome.
Is there a bad Alan Tudyk performance?
No. I don't think so.
No.
I know a lot of people, there's some people that don't like 28 Days, the one with Sandra Bullock, where she is drunk. She's like a Rika. The interactions with him are so good. Quotable lines. He's often just saying, "Look at my package." It's so good. Yeah, it's so funny.
First time I remember ever seeing him was in A Knight's Tale.
Yes. See, another great performance, and just that film in general.
Oh, yeah.
That is a feel-good film. Oh my goodness.
I love that one.
Yeah. It's a little bit sad because he's no longer with us, but
exactly.
Yeah.
Son of Soil's loving Constellation so far, and hope they show more of how everything is affecting the mother-daughter relationship. Keeps reminding of Arrival. I have seen the whole series. Yes, to answer your question, yes, they continue to dive into the mother-daughter relationship. I'll leave it at that so I don't spoil anything. Ruben was not a fan so much, right? Did you freeze, or are you just still showing up?
That is my disgust
unimpressed
face. Yeah. Put that thing back where it came from.
I know. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Oh gosh. Okay, Chris Retzlaff. What's your favorite sequel to a movie? Terminator 2 is probably up there for him. Camera and Coppola really did great. And when's The Abyss 2? Sequel.
I mean, I would put Aliens 2 above Terminator 2.
It for me, I think I would also. It's been a long time since I've seen Terminator 2. Hellraiser 2 is better than Hellraiser.
Yeah. But that wouldn't be in my top 100 of favorite sequels.
No.
Ever.
Golly.
Sharknado 2 is above that.
Yeah.
Speed 2 is probably the best sequel ever made.
Okay, now we're just being ridiculous.
Snakes on a Train, probably.
Dude. Yes.
Have you seen that film?
No.
Oh my gosh, it's the worst.
How could it not be? Come on.
It's literally the worst. Oh my gosh, best sequels is a good. Yeah, that's a good question.
That is. We should do it sometime, maybe in a couple of weeks or something like that. Do like our top 5 sequels.
I got one.
Yeah. Okay.
Paddington 2.
Ooh. That is an outstanding movie.
Oh, Blade 2. Oh, that. A Lethal Weapon 2. I don't know. There's some that are better than the originals.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, good question. Okay.
Yeah, that is a good question. Aritra, favorite Denis movie? I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name. Arrival.
Yeah, I heard you trying to pronounce it in
my
your review.
My review,
And
yeah.
that
Well,
cracked me up.
you should have seen the ones that I cut out. Because
He's got the best surname for that. There's literally videos on YouTube and say, "Hey guys, we have a new pronunciation of Denis Villeneuve," and it's like reporters like talking about the big movie coming out, and the way they say it, depending on which country they're from, is brilliant. I love it.
Yeah.
The Americans one was Dennis Villeneuve. Good lord.
Oh, that's so bad. Oh,
Anyway, my favorite, would be a toss-up between Sicario and Arrival. I love Sicario so much. It's so intense. It's brilliant.
For me, I think it would be Arrival or Prisoners.
I can't watch Prisoners. Like, I've seen it, but I don't want to watch it again.
Oh, we rewatched it a year-ish ago, and like I had forgotten some of it, and just instantly sucked right back in. Yeah, Sicario is. I like Sicario too. David says his favorite sequel is Kill Bill 2.
Eh? What?
I don't remember Kill Bill 2.
It's his Western. So the first one was his Asian, and then the second was. I remember 1, 2. I'm like, yeah, she gets a Kill Bill at least.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I need to watch that again. It's been years.
Sharam says, why are some people complaining Dune is boring? Finds it epic and phenomenal. Yeah, it's long. I mean, you can feel the time, I think.
Maybe they just don't like sand. It gets everywhere.
Well, this is true. Yes. What's his bucket doesn't like it either? Anakin.
It's all Obi-Wan's fault.
Exactly. But no, yeah, I think, yeah, I mean, I can see that because, but people don't like Westerns for some of the same reasons because of the slowness of some of the storytelling.
I mean, I remember watching it the first time going, wow, there's so many long forlorn looks. There's like looking off into the distance while the music is playing. And like if you were to cut down the amount of pomp and circumstance, it'll be a lot shorter movie. But I think part of the pomp and circumstance is what makes the movie. You get to stew in those visuals, experience the largeness of it. Yeah, it really depends on your likes. As we were talking about the differences between being right and wrong. I'm right about Austin and you're wrong about Dean Austin.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
Mr. Flixer thinks Hunter x Hunter is a great anime. You liked that, right?
Top 5 of all time will never change. And we're finally getting a new season. When it'll come out, who knows? But we've been waiting like 10 years or so. So
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. David wants to know what part of London. I misspoke. He's not in London, but
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half from London. It's just outside Southampton. That's probably the name you'll know. Yeah.
Chris was figuring Van Damme and Bacon both had shows on Amazon.
And that's true. They both did have shows on Amazon.
When I can smell what The Rock is cooking.
As I say, The Rock, this just tweeted that he's monetizing a whole bunch of names. Or were you about to say that?
No, well, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I knew
Just
where you were
because you
going with
mentioned,
it.
yeah, The Rock is smelling what he's cooking. He's copywriting that and a bunch of his other phrases. How do you enforce that?
I don't know. but one of the phrases that he said, I didn't like. I was like, some of them like, I can smell what The Rock is cooking. Okay, that makes sense. That's a catchphrase that you use. But one of them was just a normal phrase, and I'm like, how do you? I don't think you don't get to do that one. You know what I mean? I don't know.
It's like trying to copyright superhero, which Disney tried to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, in the Ohio State University, I think they tried to copyright the something like that because it's not Ohio State University. It's the Ohio State University. Whatever. It's stupid.
I will tell them to get stuffed. Yeah.
Exactly. But they didn't. They didn't win.
Yeah.
That.
Obviously, didn't win that. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay, Niket, have you seen the series Banshee? Highly recommend.
Finally, someone that's talked about Banshee. You like The Boys, right?
Yes, I do.
You like the bad guy in it, Homelander.
Yeah.
He's one of the leads in this, and he's excellent. He's not the bad guy.
Really?
Yeah, it's a fantastic series. It's so good.
Creator of True Blood, Small Town, Big Secrets. Huh.
Great fight sequences. It's brutal. It's really, really good. 4 seasons. Yeah.
And he's not the bad guy.
No, I don't think so. If I remember correctly, I think he's depends. He's the underdog, wannabe good guy.
Okay. Well, I mean, I really like him. It is so hard for me to not see Homelander now, though.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, because he was in that movie Cobwebs or Cobweb.
Yeah, and it was so hard not immediately. Like, I don't trust him. That's Homelander.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Saram, thanks for the super chat there. It's 10 p.m. in India. Going to see Dune 2 tomorrow.
Nice.
In for a treat.
Take a bottle so you can pee in it.
You know, it was funny. I didn't have to go, and I had a drink with me.
Wow. Right on.
Yeah, but my family had to go like multiple times, so I don't know what was going on. But it's hard to choose a place of like when to pee because, even when we're just showing the sand, we get that something is coming, I don't know. Well,
Like I said, when you asked me, like, when there's time, I was like, I don't know. There isn't.
Yeah. I mean, you just kind of, if
go.
you have to go, you just have to go. Yeah.
Or pee in a cup, like I said.
Exactly. Yeah. Finish your drink and then fill it back up and then set it aside. That's not beer.
Just be quiet. Just go. And especially when it's like loud, you could go.
Exactly. Oh, but thank you, Sharam. We really hope you have fun with it. Hopefully you like it as much as we did. So there, appreciate that super chat again. General from Lebanon. Oh, I don't know if we've ever had anybody.
I don't think we've anybody. I don't know why it's talking that high. I swear my balls have dropped. Yeah, from Lebanon. That's cool.
Awesome.
If I don't see some action soon, I'm going to pack up my balls and leave. Yeah.
Oh, we're so glad that you're enjoying us. 6:50, and I would have thought it was
PM.
going to be a little later.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but cool. Well, it's awesome to have you here. That's outstanding. Michael, the Minnesota whiskey lover, Breaking Bad was great. Again, Aliens, great
I
sequel.
had whiskey this week, proper whiskey, Tennessee honey whiskey. Dude, it was so good. I had too much of it. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good.
We went and played pool, my wife and I. I had like a double shot and a shot, and it was
Makes the
shot and a
pool
shot.
game that much better, right?
So good. Surprisingly, they played well, I think.
You know what? I was researching because I was so curious about what's the difference between American whiskey and not American whiskey. And did you know that American distilleries are not allowed to reuse barrels? So every batch is made in a new barrel.
Okay.
And then like all of the Scottish distilleries and Irish distilleries and stuff, they buy them because now they've been aged some, and then they so the
Genius.
Americans break in the wood, and
then we just use them.
yeah,
Like-
and that's why you have much better tasting
That
whiskeys
doesn't- yeah, that
across the
doesn't sound
pond.
good. Yeah, that's not smart. Cool.
Chris Retzlaff believes that Speed 2 is also
I agree.
the best.
Yeah.
Elijah Talbot feels differently with Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, that may be the greatest Star Wars movie ever. Yeah.
It's so good. But I love, I love watching Attack of the Clones and then Revenge of the Sith. Love those.
That opening of Revenge of the Sith, I always remember getting shivers on the back of my neck. Big cinema, loud cinema, and the drums are going, and it's Anakin and Obi-Wan, and they fly over the Star Destroyer, and it's just chaos. It's like, and you're like, holy shit, that's awesome. Love it. Yeah, it's so good.
So good. Uh-oh, Mode's calling you out there. Ruben, I'm pretty sure you haven't started reading Fourth Wing book yet.
I've totally started reading it.
That was believable. Oh, gosh. Should we break? And we've been talking.
Yeah, we've been talking comments for a long time. We should
Yeah.
probably do more.
Some more stuff. Okay.
Yeah,
We will
let's
come
do it.
back to your comments. Yes, I promise we will. So Ruben, on the next on my list is you watch this also, and maybe this is going to be on your list too, but it's the Netflix Korean movie My Name is Loh Kiwan. Is this one on your list?
Hells yeah.
Okay. This, what a tragic, horrifying, harrowing, and beautiful movie.
I love this movie so much. And yeah, it killed me watching it.
It is just the so you have this guy, this young man named Loh Kiwan, and he is a North Korean refugee who escaped to China and then snuck in basically to Belgium. Brussels.
Yeah.
Belgium.
Belgium.
And he's trying to find asylum there. And so he gets in the program, but dude, like right at the beginning, like he gets his first hearing and they're like, okay, we'll see you in a year. And he's like, what do I do until then? Do your best.
How can you survive on do your best when you have nothing, like, and you're not allowed to claim anything, you have nowhere to live, nowhere to eat? You're right.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't mind me. I've just been drinking all morning.
Yeah. The injustice always gets me.
Yeah, it is. it's harrowing too when we watch his as he's looking for food
Yeah.
and he's trying to find shelter. And
You remember Pursuit of Happiness? That's what I mentioned in my
yeah,
review. The scene with his son in the bathroom reminded me, like, it's so, like, when you're having to go to such lengths just to survive the night, when you're using toilet paper to stuff into your clothes to keep you warm. I know homeless people in South Africa, when they build their house of like corrugated iron, whatever, but a lot of the time they don't have a lot of clothes, and they'll take newspaper and just stuff it inside their clothing because that's the best way to insulate cheaply. Yeah, yeah, hard to watch.
yeah, yeah. But what I didn't expect was, so we're watching this immigrant story, really, you know, and just the hardships of what that is, the commentary on what he's doing to survive and to make it and to succeed, and you know, against all those the people that, you know, the punks that beat him up, just the government system that's just like, well, you know, we're letting you stay here without kicking you out for right now until you have your hearing, but that's it.
Yeah.
And then the love story that develops, like I didn't expect that to come. And it's
I thought it was, I would have been fine with the film just being that. Like, I was invested, just being like we following him, seeing if he survives. But then I thought it really added to a different dimension, adding another protagonist that's going through their own crap, equally as harrowing but not the same. And then seeing a love story blossom out of that, I thought was fantastic. It was so well integrated. It didn't feel like it was two films running alongside each other. It just felt like it was one story that we were experiencing.
Well, yeah, and it felt earned.
Yeah,
that I think was the big thing.
Yeah, I think that's what I was trying to say. It felt earned. Yeah, that's
yeah, good. And the you know, the parallels of them both trying to find asylum.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, and
it's really good. Yeah, but in different lifestyles. There's an action scene that I thought was also excellent towards the end of the film. I thought it was really well done. It was scary, brutal, but it was great.
It was. Well, yeah, you felt the peril there. I mean, that was like,
I had no idea
crap.
who was going to survive. I thought, well, this film can go anyway.
Yeah, because Kiwan and Marie, they're every people.
Yeah, and
Right.
they haven't been lucky. Things haven't been going their way. The whole life story that we've seen. So you expect things to continue. You're just like, oh crap, what's going to happen now?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's just like,
My battery's died.
oh, okay. Ruben is sitting there. So
At least it's a happy picture.
exactly, you're smiling and laughing there. This movie, it's on Netflix. It's a little over 2 hours. The pacing, though, like I was never bored with this. It was just so engaging because the characters are so rich, and the character of Kiwan, I mean, he's sympathetic, but he doesn't like feel sorry for himself. I mean, I guess there's moments of that where we get a little bit of him just being down or being depressed because of the situation, which is totally normal and expected. But we constantly watch him also fighting through this and to try and succeed, trying to make it, doing everything he possibly can. And then, you know, befriending people, whether it's where he works or whatever. And some of those going sideways, which is tragic to watch, especially because of who they are and his innocence or naivete, maybe, you know, especially for somebody to go into a location or an environment where you believe that people have your best interest in mind because they share a commonality with you. And what he experiences is that is not always the case. And so it is rough to watch, but also just so good at drawing us in and making it I was going to say a ton of fun, and that's not really what it is. But I mean, it was engaging. I mean, I was just like sucked into the movie itself, to the story of what's playing out. there's a crime angle to this, which probably could be left out, but it also helps to inform Marie's story more. And it gives us the background that we need for what she's going through, and sets up some situations that provide conflict and complications later in the movie. But even these they're good. They're executed well. There's a couple of bad guys in here. I'm going to use air quotes, bad guys. They're not as maybe developed as they could have been. We just understand that they're not nice people. For some mind, and they don't really care who they use to get that. And so they'll walk over people or whatever. But still phenomenal. I think Ruben fell down. I don't know. I can't hear him or see him. He's gone. But My Name is Loh Kiwan is one of those that is just, put it on your list. If you enjoy dramas, especially character-driven dramas with wonderful characters, and then a story that makes you weep and smile all at the same time. And I love that it leaves us with some hope at the end. It doesn't just fall down that rabbit hole of depression and keep us there in that dark, dark place. So that is, yeah, it was good. And Ruben apparently has just dropped off the face of the earth there. So while he's doing that, I'm going to go, let's see here, go back to the comments there for a little bit. I need to find out where we were before. Okay, there we are. Son of Soils, to watch found footage. Oh, Exhibit A. The movie is especially for dads. Let me look that up on IMDb here so I know what it is. I don't think I've ever seen that, but I do like found footage movies. I think these are spectacular. A lot of the time when they're executed well, they can be just so great. I mean, you have like Mungo, one of those that's quiet and under the radar. Cloverfield, Blair Witch. I mean, come on. You know, and the marketing around that, we could do a whole show just on talking about the marketing of that one. But there are so many great found footage. Troll Hunter, which is Norwegian, if I'm not mistaken. Another outstanding one to watch. But yeah, we've got Exhibit A up here. Timely story of a normal family disintegrating under financial pressure, eventually driven to the unimaginable. Witness the terrifying events unfold through daughter Judith's video camera, which subsequently becomes Exhibit A. That sounds, wow, horrifying. And there we go. Hi, Ruben.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you and me.
Oh.
I think you're...
And my computer just had a meltdown. So I'm now on like FaceTime audio. Sorry, picture. I tried default audio. Can you hear me now?
I can. I can still hear me though.
Oh, God damn it. Look, it's not recognizing anything.
Oh, weird.
Built in. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Oh, and I can't hear me.
So that's the MacBook microphone.
Oh, okay.
Ugh.
But it's not seeing your regular microphone.
No, just died. So we'll just have to do that for now. So is that normal? I'll just move that out the way.
Yeah, you may want to scoot a little closer. I don't know, just to...
Yeah.
We were talking... I finished up talking about Loh Kiwan and then went right into some chat stuff just because I had run out of things to say.
Yeah, sorry. I disappeared.
No, you're fine. But Son of Soils wanted to find out if we had seen the found footage movie called Exhibit A. It's from 2007.
I've looked it up before. I think they asked last week. Sorry, I looked it up. I haven't seen it.
Okay. It looks pretty good. I mean, at least I'm intrigued by it. So that's good. Let's see here. Chris Retzlaff, going back to the sequels, Rocky 2. Ooh, Rocky 2 is a good one. Lethal Weapon 2, definitely up there for him. Edge of Tomorrow. Oh my gosh. That, dude, so good, right? You
Oh, it's
that
like
one?
a yearly watch. Yeah, it's very, very fun. One of the best timey-wimey movies, I think.
I was so afraid too that it was going to be just a rehash of Groundhog Day. And the way that they edit it, first off, is phenomenal and moves you through the story very quickly. And then Tom Cruise has such comedic presence in that movie too.
Yeah,
Love it.
yeah, it's funny.
Son of Soils, Banshee is a high dose shot of testosterone. Is that
Not
toxic?
in a bad way. Yeah.
Okay.
Not in a bad way.
Okay. Okay. Because sometimes I hear that and I'm like,
Yeah, 'cause that, you'd be thinking like Reacher 1, which you didn't like.
yeah, I don't want a bro movie. I don't need that. I live in America and we're filled with the bro movement. Okay. Chris Retzlaff says The Rock monetizing jabroni and know your role and shut your mouth is ridiculous. Yeah. Know your role, shut your mouth. Those were the things like I was like, seriously, you can't. These
Also,
are just
Jabroni
phrases.
is not his. I've heard that loads of times without him. That's not his. No.
Yeah.
Jabroni, really?
I don't
He
even
thinks
know what
like
that.
it could be his?
What does that mean? What's
Ridiculous.
jabroni?
You're such a jabroni. If anything, I thought that would have been is it Italian?
Is that just
In the
because it
Bronx?
has O-N-I at the end?
No. I've seen it in a bunch of films. I swear,
Okay.
I'm only a little bit racist.
I didn't think it was racist. I just thought it was, it's kind of like pepperoni,
Jabroni?
Yeah,
Pepperoni?
jabroni. Chris Retzlaff loved Banshee. Mode recently has watched the first season of Heels wrestling show. Oh, you watched that, Ruben?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that was fantastic. I won season 2. When are they doing that? Seriously, it's been ages.
Because that's Stephen Amell also, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wrestling show is so good. It's very, very good. Yeah.
Nice. Juice says Hawaiians aren't happy with The Rock at the moment. He failed to follow through on his pledge, apparently. Is that about Moana, too? The live action, maybe?
What's the pledge?
Well, he may have pledged, like, if he was going to, because he was going to do the live action Moana. I wonder if that was part of it. I don't really know. I'm just speculating here, but
He'll respond with "You're welcome."
Niket saw the sci-fi series Counterpart starring J.K. Simmons. I've heard of this, and I think I have it on a list, but I don't think I've started it yet. Have you ever seen it?
No.
Okay. Well, add it to the list. There you go. Zed, hello.
Hey,
Welcome.
Zed.
Glad
Now
you've
that I know
joined
that
us.
Your name means stubborn. It makes me smile.
Love it. Niket, did you guys like the movie Atomic Blonde? Okay, I've never seen it.
Yeah.
I like
All right.
Charlize Theron, though.
Yeah.
So.
I thought it was all right.
Okay. Okay. What makes Dune so good, and how good is it really? Go back to 14 minutes and 46 seconds.
And that's where we talk a lot about Dune. And all
we
its
we
sad.
talked for like 17 minutes on Dune. So, and I thought it was excellent. Even though I did not feel that Austin Butler was the right. Yeah, whatever. I love it. I love it. This is going to be an ongoing thing for a while, I think. Oh, Marginal Man. Hello. Watch Poor Things today. It was amazing, unique concept, great execution, excellent acting by all. Emma Stone for the Oscar. Dude, that is a trip of a movie.
I haven't seen it yet, but it's high on my list. Yeah.
Marginal Man is right because Emma Stone is phenomenal in this. And the growth that we watch her undergo is spectacular. Willem Dafoe is the whole movie's bizarre. Let's just go.
I
with
mean, I
that.
saw the trailer and it looked bonkers. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how rewatchable it is for me. but I did see it in the in the theater, the cinema.
Nice.
And yes. Oh, just said The Rock was going to donate money to fire victims. Oh, and he didn't do it.
Did you even follow up on that?
That's
not a good look.
That's not a good look at all. No. All right, Zed. Enjoy the discussion there. What's the best AI movie you've seen? Matrix.
Oh, I thought they were saying, what's the like a movie that's been made by AI? And I was like, has that been done yet? When did I miss that?
Well, some of the recent ones you could argue that were written by
the emoji
AI.
movie, perhaps. Yeah, Matrix.
Yeah. Son of Soils, when we were talking about found footage, like Mungo gets scary when zooming in starts. Yeah, it's an understated word. I found out about that movie. First time I ever heard about it was because Chris Stuckman.
Yes, me too. Yeah,
was talking about it.
Like
Yeah, and I was like, wow, this is this is really good. Never even heard of it. So awesome. David says Spielberg's. Spielberg's AI. Putting those dots together there.
Oh.
See, you did too now.
Literally artificial intelligence film. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I like it. It's good.
I've never seen it. So there you go. Yeah. I know. What, you just keep throwing things. Okay. We will come back to comments because we suck at time management here. Ruben, though, what do you have next on your list?
Very shortly, because Loh Kiwan was on my list, so that was two of them. But actually, I went back and played an old game called The Order 1886. I'll read the synopsis. London, 1886, a city transformed by science and industry, but living in fear of an ancient inhuman foe. As Galahad, a member of an elite order of royal knights, joined the battle to preserve the future of mankind. Armed with advanced weapons and technology, turn the tide in a centuries-old war that will determine the course of history forever. So it's like London, old school London, like when the slasher was there,
Ripper.
dirty London. Yeah. The Sweeney Todd, that time. But the technology that you see in the game is so cool because there's Tesla and Bell. They're kind of at war with each other, so they're trying to outdo each other in their like steampunk electronics, the first of its kind, but definitely taking the creative license and saying this is what he could have created if he was, given everything and able to do it. So you get these weird guns that are cool. The story is what encaptures me and pisses me off as well, because it finishes on a place where you think, wait, we just started, right? We're just getting going. And then years and years later, we never got a sequel. And I think everybody was expecting it to have like many sequels, like The Last of Us, that sort of thing. But the gameplay is it's like an 8 to 10 hour game. It's not very long.
Okay.
It's all campaign and story. It's about werewolves and some other creatures. It's about who's controlling that and using their powers for their own good. It's about all that politics, and then you've got to circumnavigate which side you fall on, even if it means that your side might be in the wrong. After years and years of being a royal knight, a Galahad, you find there's some things that are going wrong. It's a first person shooter storytelling, and it's wonderful. It's one that's kind of been underlooked, I think. It kind of, some people played it, but not a lot of people knew about it. And it would make an amazing movie. It really would. Yeah.
Is it because it looked like that was on PS5? Is it on any
Yeah,
others,
that's
or is it a
PS4.
PlayStation exclusive? Oh, PS4.
And you can play it on PS5.
Okay. Is it PlayStation exclusive?
I think it might be an exclusive.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you can play that on Xbox. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Fun. My my wife, I don't know if I said this before, but she we're gonna bring down my youngest's PlayStation 5 so she can play Last of Us because
Nice.
she like misses the show and wants to
Right.
continue while they're making the show.
You got to record some of the reactions. You got to record like the first hour after initial intro. I want to see her face.
Oh, dude, my wife is so much fun to play video games with because she squeals a lot, and
Oh well, she's in for a treat.
like I'm inept half the time. I just button mash, but I'm quiet about it. You know what I mean? She's not the quiet part, and she's and it's so and she's totally into it. I mean, like moving things. It's a blast to watch. So yeah, she's a lot of fun in that. Oh
Right.
goodness. Well, cool. Well, that sounds like a fun movie or game, not movie. I like the steampunk element.
It's basically a movie that you get to participate in. Yeah.
Nice. Cool. I want to talk about Shogun
Okay.
a little bit.
Let's do it.
I've only watched episode 1 right now.
Okay.
Holy crap. Wow. The story is, I mean, you're following internal politics with these different houses because a leader is dying. And so everybody's like vying, and some people feel that they've been maybe slighted or disrespected or not getting what they deserve. And so you have this struggle for power, alliances being formed. And let me pull up IMDb so I can get all the characters right. But so first off, I mean, Hiroyuki Sanada, when is he not good? First off, right?
He's got so much presence.
He does, and he carries it out so well here too because he's one of the leaders, and we see from an opening thing when he goes to this meeting with the other heads, and you can feel the tension in the room, right? And some people in the background do something, and you see him just tense up, and not fully turn around. He only just goes like this, just to the side. And the response is the power that is coming from that side look. You know what I mean? That oh, holy crap, I have stepped in it. And, then it's so good. But then we have he's a English guy, Cosmo Jarvis, playing John Blackthorne. And he's a captain of a ship. Maybe he's not. He's on a ship, though. And so we get to watch him now being brought along with the Japanese. Not
This is
necessarily
very difficult not to do spoilers.
I don't want to do spoilers, because it's
Yeah,
let's
I
just
haven't
say,
seen it. Don't do spoilers.
yeah, the visuals are outstanding. The execution of the story so far, it is patient, but it is so detailed. And they're giving us so much development on characters.
So, one thing I want to know: costume and action. What's that like? Is there action?
Little bits. It's brutal. I mean, they do something. You're like, There is one where, nope, not gonna. It was abrupt. It was sudden, and I went, whoa.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, it's filmed really well. The setting and the costume design are outstanding. I mean, they're just so beautiful to look at and detailed. And even when you have somebody, especially because you have this really large rift between, like, John Blackthorne, who has been just on a filthy ship for months and months and months. You know what I mean? So he is haggard. And then you compare that with Sanada's character of Toranaga, and who is like just done up and proper and or any of the leaders or anything like that. Yeah, the costume design is exquisite. It's really great. And when we
That's what I was
watch,
looking forward to, because that sort of thing really places you there. Like if it's good, yeah. And then you
absolutely,
get great acting, atmosphere, score. I presume is all good.
yeah, it is. It's not something that has stood out to me. You know what I mean?
Understated
Like,
can be good. You don't want to detract from the story.
exactly. Yeah, I don't. It was never bothersome or annoying or anything like that. There are some moments where you feel it, so it is. Yeah, it complements really well.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And the only reason I didn't watch episode 2 was because I had a crap ton of other things that I needed to get through. And so, like, I've been chomping at the bit because I am loving this. I love the pace of it. It is slow and it is just detailed, and I'm there for it.
Nice. So good.
Yeah.
Before we go back to the comments, I just wanted to remind everybody that Halo Season 2 is out, and I've caught up on all the episodes, and my word, the latest episode was brutal, awesome, character defining. You've got to allow the characters to do their own thing. It's similar to what goes on in Reach, the game, which I'm currently playing through as well. But the fall of Reach is harsh. And a very interesting thing. There's a battle sequence with our Spartans that don't get to fight with their armor because their armor's been taken. So you see the Spartans more vulnerable than normal, and then seeing them go up against the Covenant and like their elites and stuff is fantastic. Wonderful series. Season 2 is amazing.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
Do you want to jump back to the comments?
Yeah, let's do that. Let me bring the comments up. Where did my mouse sometimes just disappears on my screen? I have too many screens open.
Well, my technology disappeared today, so I think you're all right.
You are. Yeah, it's very. Where did my mouse go? There we go. Okay. Let's see here. Son of Sales. Going back to the AI thing. Raised by Wolves.
Oh, that was good. Yeah, I like that.
Canceled.
Weird. Yeah. Ridley Scott.
Yep.
Look at my lens
Christmas-
flare.
Ooh. Natural too. Yeah. Production value.
Sorry.
No, I loved it. Chris Retzef went back and played Mad Max for Xbox.
Nice. Yeah. That was unusually fun. Big open world game.
I've never even heard
Basically,
of that.
ride around in the desert, like fixing up your car and taking out bad guys. It's fun.
Is it based off of like Fury Road, or is it more
Yeah,
off
I think
of?
it was actually connected to the story. It was either like a prequel or
Okay.
It might have been a prequel, but yeah, it is connected.
Nice. Okay, and I am super excited for
Oh my Furiosa. Yeah.
Thank you, Furiosa. That is a wow. Okay. Say it again. Susan. Mode. The Holdovers was a great movie. It's a masterpiece. Did you ever see this yet, Ruben?
No, I really want to, man. I've heard only good things. And Paul Giamatti is like in my top 10 actors at the moment. Like everything I see him is so good.
Well, and in this, it's not just him. It's Divine Joy Randolph and the kid, the young man. And oh my God.
I've heard it's like this generation's, the one with Robin Williams where they
Dead Poet Society?
Yeah. Is it?
There is a there's a parallel to that, but this is so much more the relationship of Paul Giamatti's character and the young man, just those two really. Whereas Dead Poet Society, while Robin Williams is an integral figure in their lives, it's also theirs together too, them finding their footing and their place in the world. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Nice.
Dude, you need to watch it though. I mean,
That and Poor Things. Those two things I really watch.
Yes. Wildly different movies.
Yeah,
Wildly
totally
different.
different feelings. Yeah.
Dude, the first time that we watched Paul Giamatti, because he is a teacher at this private school, the first time we watch him walk into his students, it's exactly. I mean, I was crying almost because it's like, yes, thank you. Please keep saying that. Oh, that Canadian guy, but you're from Canada. I would hope that you're from Canada with the username, but awesome to have you. Where in Canada? Because Canada's quite the large country.
This week we ate pancakes and bacon with the Canadian maple syrup. And it says on the bottle it's from Canada. I don't know if it's true, but yeah. And that is my connection to Canada. So I'm basically Canadian now.
Eh?
We also watched Deadpool 2, so.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yes, another Canadian. So good to go there. Okay, so let me ask you about the bacon because you British people, I know you're not British specifically, but in England, the UK, the bacon's just not right most of the time.
What?
It looks like boiled meat.
What?
Is it crispy bacon?
It's up to you. Cook it however you want.
How do you cook it? That's what I want to know.
Well, my wife likes things cooked. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
So
yeah.
In a pan, flip it, crisp it. I don't crisp it so it's like crackling, so it snaps.
Okay. Okay.
But it's got to have some color on there, some of that darkness on there. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Fair enough. I've seen just some of those pictures of the traditional English breakfast.
And sometimes it's just like lightly fried.
It's like
basically
boiled.
still alive.
Yeah, that's I'm like,
I don't know
dude,
who boils. No, mine's in a pan. Yeah.
No, it just looks like it's boiled. I'm not saying it actually is boiled.
No one
but
boils bacon, Chris.
The British
There's probably
apparently do
someone.
because that's what it
There's
looks
probably
like.
some.
Ugh, yeah, no, because there's no brown on it at all. It's
Is that what you like, the carcinogenic black?
No, I like it. I like there to be a little bit of chewiness. I don't mind it when it cracks, but I burnt, not great. But sometimes, hey, you know what? A little bacon gets burnt and whatever. I eat it because it's bacon, because it's there.
Welcome to the best thing we ate this week.
Yes. That Canadian guy, Toronto.
Nice.
Awesome. I was supposed to go there. Oh no, that was Ontario.
Do you have a spare room? Can we visit?
Dude. Yeah. Zed, work of art is normally overused about movies, but it is underused when it comes to the movie The Holdovers. There you go. So it's wonderful. It really is. It was a great movie. I can't wait to hear what you think of it, Ruben, when you see it.
Yeah.
Bunny Dojo, Rabbit Karen Bun Fun. I say the entire name because I love that. Sorry, late. Looking forward to Furiosa 2. Oh, look, see, I said it right. Mad Max Fury Road had some of the best action and beautifully filmed.
It's stunning. That film is just good, regardless of its action. It's just a great film.
I'm still blown away that Miller's wife edited it and had never edited anything before.
Man, I mean, I expect her to have a lot of skill just being around him.
Sure,
being in the booth, for hours on end. I'd be surprised if she hadn't edited a bunch of music videos, shorts, that kind of thing. But yeah, as a first-time feature editing, was an incredible piece of work.
So good. Okay, let's go back. I have one more, if you can indulge me. I'll try and be quick.
Yes, so
I
many.
told you I had a lot this week.
Shut up, Chris. It's too much.
Okay, so I watched an entire series. It was 6 episodes. They're 30 minutes each-ish. It's on Apple. I think it's coming out weekly, which I don't understand on this one. But it's The Completely Made-Up Adventures of Dick Turpin, starring Noah Fielding. So this... sorry, I'm trying to bring it up on IMDb so I can make sure I hit any of the characters that I want. like the title says, it's completely made up. So we're watching Noel Fielding as Dick Turpin, the title character. He's a butcher's son who wants to become a highwayman, and he's he's inept. Highwayman's like basically just a robber, that robs carriages as they go along the paths. He has no idea what he's doing, but because we're hearing of his escapades through stories, they are embellished, perhaps. And so they can do whatever they want. They break the fourth wall. They time travel is talked about, but all kinds of just weird and quirky stuff. The cast is really good. I mean, for me, we have Tamsin Greig, Mark Heap, Jessica Hines, from shows on British shows like Black Books and Spaced. So I'm like, yeah, right there. First off, but we also have Hugh Bonneville, and he's like just over the top with it. I think probably one of my favorite characters overall was Asim Chowdhury, who was Craig. He's a wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry. Okay. Is it? See, my worry about like the Dick Turpin, the actor from the IT crowd. I like his character in spurts, but I couldn't handle him all the time. So one look at this looks like he's that sort of character all the time. So I was wondering how it is executed.
That would be my suggestion, is to watch 2 episodes at a time. Give yourself a break.
Okay.
Because I did find when I was binging it back to back, it lost some of its effectiveness. Some of the, it got a little tiring. So I did take a break before the last 2 episodes, and that helped a lot.
Okay.
So take that for what it is. But yes, you're right. It can become too much. The stories, I thought they were fun because they're like little stupid escapades tied together with a bigger story arc that we watch. Everybody adds something ridiculous to it and weird. And as long as you remember that the story is dumb. You know what I mean? And that this character that we're watching, he's meant to be that inept person, that one who he bumbles his way through things, and sometimes they work out in his favor, just happenstance or whatever. He is totally likable, though. That's the thing, because he's not. He's a villain, but he's so nice. I mean, and because he also doesn't know what he's doing, he's way too nice, and we watch his band of thugs who, are part of his gang, and they're more skilled than he is,
right?
But not by a lot. And so it's situational, snarky, fun. But still, totally. I think if you're going to watch 1 episode casually and then, watch something else and then come back to it later that day or in a week, that way, I think that's the better way to watch it.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Cool.
Okay. That's all I have.
Nice. Do you want to talk about our film that we were going to
Yes.
watch?
What did we watch?
Tears of the Sun?
Yes, we did watch Tears of the Sun. Yes, let me write down the time code. I had never seen this before.
Oh, you hadn't? This was a first-time watch?
This was a first-time watch for me. Yes.
Wow, okay. I really enjoy it, but I only watch it now and then because it is quite heavy in places. Like, really heavy in places.
Yeah. Anton Fuqua, directed this, and you've got, gosh,
You got Bruce
Monica
Willis.
Bellucci,
Yeah.
Tom Skerritt, Cole Hauser. Sorry, I'm just pulling up IMDb so I can, Eamon Walker. The beginning of the movie for me was rough.
Okay.
It was because when Bruce Willis, when we first meet him, which is in like the first, I don't know, 4 minutes of the film
Yeah.
or something. I mean, he kind of grunts a little bit. He seems very disinterested. He's this, this special forces type of, small team leader.
Yeah.
And then Tom Skerritt also he was very nonchalant, I guess. And it felt very weird and awkward at the beginning.
So the whole premise is that they have to disassociate themselves because what they're asked to do, you basically have to switch your brain off and obey orders. Because often what you want to do and what you have to do are opposites. And so that's how I understood it. You have almost robots until you can't.
And that moment I liked because it didn't happen instantly, and then it didn't happen across the board instantly.
Yeah, that was interesting, wasn't it? Yeah.
Because
But
you watch
because of the honor, I was going to say just because of honor, they're still going to do what their team leader says, but they may not be on board with the decision making. Yeah.
Yeah. And the intensity that this movie cranks up as we go along until it is just brutal.
Oh, there's the bit that I was happy for them to engage is when they hit the village and they see stuff happening and you're just like, please just take him out.
Dude, what they show, I mean, this was horrifying.
All of those, true, that all happens. Yeah. Just look up documents.
Part of this. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, just look up anything in Rwanda that happened with the ethnic cleansing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up also, because it's just, I mean, it's this, they show some things that I was like, whoa, that's a thing?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then we get explanation for it and it's even worse.
Yeah.
But yes, I totally agree. When they decide to go, and you can still see some of them who are like, this is not a good idea.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be doing this.
But also, I believe them in their skills, which I really liked. Like when they're, like snipering or taking out or quietly, like they moved as a team, their movements were executed well. I was comfortable in them as, at least in that part.
Oh yeah, totally. No, yeah. And then when we have there's scenes where they have to be silent, and that's not necessarily the case. That was, I mean, like I was holding my breath with the characters.
Yeah, you have your team that are really well trained, but then you have other people that are with you that aren't. And how do you get them to be like you to survive? That creates an atmosphere of tenseness that I was like, I don't know if you were holding your breath, but I was like, and I've seen it, I know it's going to happen. And I'm like,
yeah. Well, and I honestly thought because of the scenario and the person that is making the noise, I was afraid for an outcome.
Oh yeah.
That was,
they showed that as well. It really looked like something bad was going to happen in that moment.
Yes, and not on purpose, just out of accident.
Yeah, of having to protect everybody else.
Yeah, because we've seen that in I'm not going to give it away, but there was a series that ended a long time ago, and its finale had a bit of that in there, and it is it's horrifying and saddening. But anyway. When we get to the full-on action,
yeah,
I think what I like is that because the movie has not been a full-on action movie the whole time through.
Yeah,
it has been.
It's earned. It's real. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when we first see them fire their guns, that's when they go into that village to that they can't just ignore anymore.
Yeah.
And
And that's a good chunk into the film.
it really is. Yeah. Yeah. And that whole, the pursuit angle that's in this. And I love the use of the technology to showcase, as one of them was showing Bruce Willis's character the progression of the pursuers.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah, I mean, I think that's it was a really clever story mechanic, having pursuers push forward the story at a pace all the time. And because every now and again we're shown what the pursuers are up to or how bad or evil they are, just really increases that up. Like, guys, you have no time to be resting. They're basically like Terminators coming at you, and they're smart. Like, who needs villains that are smart as well,
and ruthless.
And ruthless, yeah. It's not a great combination.
And then you throw in that complication of it's not just the soldiers that are trying to get to a place. If
it was just them, it would be hard enough.
Well, yeah, but they're trained to go all out for hours and hours
days,
and hours. Yeah, but you have these civilians
who are injured.
Yes, and it's like they've been traveling for 30 hours. We have to break.
Yeah.
We can't. We have to. What do you do? I mean, that tension there was
the ending hurt.
Yeah, it did. I
Like, I know these are the good guys, and I know in real life not everybody survives, but I wanted them to. It was like, come on. It was so brutal, and yeah, you just want, like, like America or the military had the ability to help them. They just didn't, because of whatever, the politics. But how many times could they just saved lives? They didn't need to fight. They could just come get their people.
Well, and when you watch the might of a well-armed force, and what that does,
Yeah.
whoa. So, yeah, it was...
Danger close. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Well, and then to see his back, I mean, that lets you know what I mean? Like, they didn't even show how it happened, but it showed how it happened because we see the surroundings and him, covering some of his men, and you get to see the aftermath and the effect of, danger close that's an understatement.
It means you get hurt, but you might not die. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, that whole climax to the film was, I mean, it was breathtaking and nail biting. All those cliche terms, because I was like, scooting
How
up in my
had
seat.
you missed that one? Because surely Antoine Fuqua was on your radar because he was doing great work around then.
Yeah, no, it had it. I don't know why I never saw it.
Interesting.
Because the characters or the actors in this, like, I really enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes no sense to me why.
But you've seen it now. Is it a film that you would go back to?
Yes.
Because there's a director's cut I would love you to see.
Oh, really? How much longer is it?
10, 15 minutes? Yeah.
Oh, wow. Is it?
It's good. It adds story. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not just action. It's story.
Not just,
yeah.
or time. It's actually good story content.
Yeah.
I would rewatch it, but this would not be something that I rewatch often.
Yeah, I agree. There's a
so
couple of scenes in there, just like, ugh.
Yeah,
Here
no,
we go.
the village thing, I don't want to. I don't want to watch. Again, that once was good there. I think if I had like a year or two, I would totally be down to watch the director's cut.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Let us know in the comments. Have you seen Tears of the Sun? What did you think? Do you want to go back to the comments before we carry on with the worst thing we watched? And then Then we'll do our news and what we're looking forward to.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oops, I moused off really quick. Wait.
Oops, I did it again. Did you see Jack Black?
I've seen Jack Black. No. Oh.
He did that song this week. It's coming out. It's all over social media. Him and his dude from Tenacious D did. I don't know if it was that song, but it was a Britney song. Yeah.
Okay. I saw them. I saw the video, but I didn't have any sound on when I was watching.
It's so good. And he did it great. It was like, dude is so talented.
Well, and he had that red fiery shirt on or whatever.
He's so funny. I love how he just embraces his physique and is not ashamed of it. It makes me feel better about myself. Yeah.
Well, the silliness at which he attacks characters with,
yes,
is. I don't know if I've ever seen a better man portraying a teenage girl.
Yeah, in Jumanji, he's so good in that.
I mean, literally, I
saw her mannerisms. Yeah, in him. Like, wow. I can see her, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Vince Vaughn did a lot of fun when he did it in Freaky, you know, with Catherine Newton.
I like that a lot. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. But Jack Black
nailed it, yeah.
Just, yeah. All right, going to the comments. Zed, been recommending you to watch Dongal for a couple of weeks, but you seem to not like the idea. It's not that we don't like the idea. It's the most successful movie in Bollywood history and box office. It's not that we don't like the idea or dislike the idea. It comes down to time, really, more than anything.
I mean, you could jump on our Patreon and like force us to do it that way.
That is that way, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of our patrons do that. They want us to review something, they jump onto the Patreon, select the movie tier, and off they go.
Yeah,
review this, and you're like, damn it.
Which is why I'm watching a lot of anime. So yeah, it's not because we don't want to. It comes down to time and whatever else is on our schedule. But it is on the list. So, which apparently, you know, sometimes I get to a week, a month, a year down the road, but I do have an ongoing list that I like to visit. Yasi, hey, sorry you're late. That's okay. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Zone of Interest took your breath away. This is one that I'm torn about watching, honestly.
I totally get it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's phenomenal. And it's not about that. I don't know if I want to subject myself to the sadness.
The content, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in that boat as well.
Yeah. Niket, do you guys know the show Between Two Ferns with Zach Galifianakis? He takes celebrity interviews.
Yeah.
That is uncomfortable to watch.
It's a very uncomfortable. He just insults them basically the whole time, and how they both keep straight faces. I mean, they don't always, and that's always funny to me as well. Some of them break. But some of the things he says are so accurate and hard hitting, but hilarious. Like, I can't believe you just said that. Like, to the biggest celebrities. I love it.
Yeah, that is it.
It is awkward.
If you like awkward humor, yeah, that is one to watch because it's like.
You call that acting?
Yeah.
He's like, do you know who you were saying this to? Like, won multiple Oscars.
The delivery and the whole thing. I mean, it's almost like watching Chris Farley do his celebrity interviews when he did him on Saturday Night Live.
On the original
like
SNL.
Yeah, he's talking to Patrick Swayze. You know when you were in that? Yeah, that was so cool. Okay. Me on an interview. Okay, so Dangal, Amir Khan is dedication. Okay, well, we'll look it up. I mean, again, not because we don't want to watch it, just because of time. Yasi watched Orion and the Dark. Oh, that was that.
Yes, the animation
right?
on Netflix. It's definitely on my watch list. Higher, because I love animation. Yeah, it looks great. It's a great idea.
Nice. Okay. Have we watched Decision to Leave?
I don't think I've even heard of that one.
I've heard of it,
Okay.
and I'm trying to remember what that is. I have not watched it.
Oh, okay. 2022. Is this South Korean. A detective investigating a man's death in the mountains meets the dead man's mysterious wife in the course of his dogged sleuthing. This...
Why
It's
have
Korean.
I not seen this?
Yeah, it is
It's
Korean.
a
What is it?
murder
on?
mystery.
Where do we find it? Let us know in the comments where you watched it. Oh, it's movie. I can't watch movie in the UK. Damn it. Okay.
It's also available to rent on Prime in the U.S.
Okay.
I don't know if it's available everywhere else, but
Well, maybe we'll get to it. Thanks for adding another title to our list.
yeah. Mockumentary. Love documentary now. Wait. I'm trying to understand. Documentary Now, is that the name of the show or the movie? Let's see here. Yeah, Documentary Now from 2015. Helen Mirren and it's a series. Okay. Fred Armisen, Bill Hader. It's a good cast.
I've never heard of it.
I've never heard of it either. It parodies the current obsession with documentaries. That's great. It's on AMC Plus. There's 4 seasons.
That's hilarious.
Oh,
What a
cool.
concept.
Another one to add to the list. Thank you. That's good. Let's see here. And similar to that, Extraordinary, the British series.
Love that.
Oh, that's
It's the
that's one with
superhero
school.
sort of thing, yeah. The one guy he turns himself into a cat and forgets how to turn himself back into a human. It's so funny.
Nice. Is Antoine Fuqua making the Michael Jackson movie?
Oh, I didn't know that, but that's cool.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Ruben, Niket wants to know, have you seen Arrow?
I saw up to a point where one of the seasons dipped in storytelling for me. I think it's probably 4 or 5. And then I ducked out. I do want to go back and finish them. The problem is there's this universe. You got Arrow, the Defenders of whatever, they go space trotting. And there's like 5 different series that do interconnect every now and again. And I feel like I need to watch them all because it had Supergirl and The Flash and something else, and they crossed over. They had a few, and I was like, okay, so if I just watch them and then I get to that one, will I understand what's going on when they cross over? I watched one of the crossovers and it was great. It was good, but because you have to kind of pay attention and watch all of them. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with all of that.
I've never watched it.
Plus, it's on the CW, so that's always
That was going to be my argument. I'm not really
on the CW.
crap watching.
Always a stamp of approval, right?
Bunny Dojo, what do you think this is a good question. What do you think makes a movie a masterpiece? To me, maybe movies that are groundbreaking and take my breath away, like Fury Road or Jurassic Park.
Yeah. It changes the game. You kind of know it, like The Matrix. That's a masterpiece. That changed the game.
I don't think it always has to, though. I think a movie that touches your soul or that creates such a palpable emotional response also, you know, whether that's through visuals or through the acting or whatever.
That's true. Because Mass, I probably will only ever watch once, but I would class that movie as a masterpiece.
That is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
And that is a masterwork in close quarter storytelling.
Yeah, it's in one room, basically, and it's 4 people just talking. Like, you couldn't get like less of a cheaper production. I'm sure the actors cost a bit, but you know, that was just a great script, and it was masterfully done.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So
I think you could break it down into every genre and then look for the masterpieces in that and what makes it. Why are those particular masterpieces? I think something could be said about the arguments of some critics regard some movies as masterful when it's more pretentious, or it's popular to have that particular film as a masterpiece, when there might be good movies, but they might not be that great.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan of the hyperbole that comes about, where movies are perfect. I think you need to be very
I think masterpiece and perfect is different because I honestly don't think there is a perfect movie. Everything can be improved upon.
7.
No, I've some of that editing now is dated.
Oh no, I'm rewatching it and I'm loving it. I love it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but yeah, well, but still, I mean, even masterpiece can be hyperbole
For sure.
because it's thrown about sometimes. You know what I mean? Like
Sometimes it's used too much. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
If everything is a masterpiece, if everything is perfect, if everything is so off the charts awesome, I mean, that's great that you can be excited about a movie or a show or something like that, but it loses its meaning.
But maybe what's a masterpiece to you is not necessarily a masterpiece to someone else. Again, it just comes to personal preferences.
Yes.
Is one person's preferences better than the others?
Yes, because Austin Butler is not the correct person for Fed.
Because I would say general public's idea of what a masterpiece is their idea from where they coming from their life experiences is what they would class as. Now, a critique, someone who's studied film, gone to college, they will have a very different idea of what a masterpiece is because they will like break it down: scene selection, acting ability, montages built in a way that progresses the 3-arc tier, how they've positioned the camera, that kind of stuff that they should think about, but that can also take them outside of forgetting to enjoy the movie. They're always analyzing it. For a really good film, the test is watching it without putting your analyzing brain on, then watching it again with your analyzing brain on, and then coming up with your thoughts. That would be the best outcome if we all had time.
Yeah. Ideally, I would watch a movie 4 times at minimum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The first time is just literally just experiencing it.
My teacher used to make us watch shorts, like we created shorts without the sound. And this is if our shorts was telling the correct story just visually, then the sound would just add it as a complementary, which was so your visual story, no dialogue. It was an interesting way. So like there are things you could do. I'm on a rabbit trail, but like very different brain to another person. And that's just coming from a different perspective of what you've studied and what they think is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
So it really is on, I guess, down to the person and their life.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, when I was in one of my media critique classes, I mean, we had to analyze for a paper an episode of a series. And I think I watched that episode 10 times.
Jeez.
Because it was I just kept pulling more and more themes out and then tying, you know what I mean? And
then that in itself could call it a masterpiece. If you watch something and there's more to pick from it every time, it just means it's so well condensed and created that there is that much to pull apart from.
Yeah.
Although sometimes a horse could just be a horse.
It could be argued, too, that because of I needed 15 pages worth of written content, that maybe I was looking harder than there was, you know what I mean, drawing conclusions that were not necessarily intended or even...
The brownness of this color of the horse means that it, and you
Absolutely.
go into a thesis and you're like, does it though?
Exactly. I'm gonna come back to that comment in just a second because this is on the same topic.
Okay.
Yassi says, what makes a movie a masterpiece for me is a movie that I can come back to as I grow old and it grows with me. Like a David Lynch movie. Every time I rewatch a Lynch movie, there's something new to discover.
But I watch The Fifth Element all the time, and I don't think that's a masterpiece. I think it's great. It's really fun.
Yeah, I watch The Martian many times a year. With that movie, I don't gain new understanding from it.
No. But that might be a masterpiece. The Martian.
Oh, it might be. I mean, I don't
want to throw that around.
Yeah, no, it's pure enjoyment though for me. Like I love the storytelling, I love the characters, I love the performances, I love the visuals. You know what I
But
mean?
then for me, Kingdom of Heaven is a masterpiece.
Which I need to watch the director's cut.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, exactly. So there are those things that, yeah. Okay. Going back to the comment that I skipped, have you seen the movie This Is the End? It's very funny. That's
the one about the end
Seth
of
Rogen?
times? Yeah, with all
James,
those guys. Yeah, Franco.
I have not.
I have seen
James.
it.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
I'm not a big Seth. I'm not a big fan.
They did a whole spatter films like that.
Yeah.
That I just got tired of. It wasn't really anything new or different. They just changed it up to the end of times and then tried to be controversial because of the end times thing and upset people, and that's why it got. But yeah, there was like Pineapple Express, The Interview, Superbad, 21 and 22 Jump Street, Bad Neighbors, 40-Year-Old Virgin. All of those were kind of in the same time, and a few of those were great. Like Superbad is hilarious.
21 Jump Street is.
Even 22 Jump Street I thought was really good. Knocked Up was all right. Anchorman, I'm not on board with everybody with that one being a masterpiece.
I do not like that movie.
I just don't get it. Like, I don't find it funny. 40-Odd Virgin, I love. I think it's great. Pineapple?
Pineapple? Yes.
Pineapple Express is actually very underrated. I think that's one of the better ones. Yeah.
I didn't enjoy that one either.
Okay, so there you go. It really is.
Yeah, very subjective.
Very subjective, but very much the same. Like they often just do the same, and then they stopped making them, and the world sighed with relief.
Yes. Zed says, Zone of Interest displays nothing about what is happening inside those concentration camps. It's about a beautiful life a family has right next to one of the camps, and you can hear them but won't see them. I get that.
I get it, but
it's still though
everybody I've heard talk about it. It's the atmosphere that creates. It is the film is purposely creating that juxtaposition, which is hard to watch because of that reason.
Yeah, and I love and hate all at the same time Downfall.
Oh, that film is brutal.
Because, I mean, the acting and the storytelling is brilliant in this. I mean, it is so engaging and so... It pisses me off, though, that I feel sympathy for Hitler in this portrayal.
Yeah, you're like, don't do that.
Yeah, I don't... That's what I hate it because of that. Because it is just... No, this is a pure evil... And just
don't make him a man, a human.
No. So,
in the series Preacher, they do that.
Preacher? Is that on
series? I keep telling you to watch.
Is that like based on a graphic novel or something?
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Oh, okay.
It's so good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I don't mind fictional characters, though, if I'm not supposed to like them, but I like them. This is a real dude who killed real people.
Yeah.
That's where I come...
Which, end of Deadpool, because we recently just watched number 2.
Yeah.
He gets one of the X-Men to fix the timey-wimey device from Bishop, and from Cable. And he goes back in time and basically rewrites the whole film. Because that's all canon, apparently, that the things that he changed in the end. So everything, he undoes everything stupidly, and of course he does, which is what I think the premise for Deadpool 3 is. But would you, if you had that device, go back and kill Hitler? Like as a baby or something?
Well, there is a tale in the first
Save
season
6 million Jews.
of Love, Death, and Robots, where they play the what if with Hitler. Yes. but it still makes me worried about what that changes and how that changes. Does somebody else then rise to power? Do the Nazis not fail because of that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I just wouldn't. Because if I change that one thing, it could mean that my kids don't get born, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, there's so many different
That
butterfly effects that could go with that.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yasi, just watched my Poor Things review. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, you mean you weren't watching this?
Took a break. Identity. That's the one with John Cusack at the motel and Ray Liotta.
Good. I'd watched it the first time and then I left it for many years and I watched it again and it surprised me just as much because I didn't remember what the big surprise was.
I knew some of it. I remembered some of it, but I watched it last year, I think. And like I was it was going to be a casual watch for me because I was doing some other things. And then all of that went away and I'm just sitting there like, wait, what? What's going on? Oh, wait
It's
a
so
minute.
good.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That great one.
Great film. Yeah.
Yep. Zed really likes Zone of Interest.
He does.
Some people find their heaven and some people's in hell, and how unbelievably both sides are called humans. Yeah,
Yeah, no, I totally
don't-
see
yeah.
and I understand
Yeah.
it, but I still don't want to watch it.
Yeah, no. Canadian guy, Chris, have you watched the TV series Fringe? Absolutely.
Of course.
And Fringe could not exist without X-Files, which
Yep.
is also a awesome show. But Fringe, yeah, it took a dip there in season 3-ish, I think, maybe, where it kind of lost the plot a little bit. But I liked how it ended, and I thought it was...
I like all 4 seasons. Walter Bishop is one of the greatest characters on TV ever created, and I will fight anybody who says that.
Oops, I peed. Just a little. Just a squirt.
He's phenomenal. Hey, is that a cow? He's like, yeah. How else am I going to make milkshake? You know, fresh milkshake. Can you? And just the science fiction of it as well, and the love interest relationships. Oh man, I love that show. It's so good.
Oh, and the complications of the alternate universe, and the imagination of the alternate universe, how it's different in certain ways, and
Walternate, yeah.
yes, so
great.
good.
Yeah.
Love that. Decision to Leave by Park Chan-wook, directed the original Old Boy, Thirst.
So good.
I
Lady
watched
Vengeance
Thirst.
is great.
I've never seen that one, but I watched Thirst. It's a different vampire movie. Wow.
I've seen Thirst. Yeah, it's good.
Yasi is talking with Zed. Okay, so that's an own conversation there. I already saw that. Let's see. Memories of Murder. That is one that is on my list to watch by Bong Joon-ho.
I've never seen that one of his. I think it's the only one of his I haven't seen.
Supposedly spectacular.
Right.
So,
Okay.
The Gift with Jason Bateman. Have we watched that? Yes, because that's the one with crap. It's not only Jason Bateman. It's
Rebecca Hall.
yeah, but the dude that I'm thinking of, Joel Edgerton.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah. It's been a long time since I've seen it though. I remember it was kind of disturbing and a little bit like harrowing, maybe freaky.
Was the gift like a box with a button?
I don't think that's the one. Is that
I don't know.
the gift?
I don't know that I've seen it.
No, that one was what movie was that? I know what you're talking about though, because like somebody dies.
Yeah, but you get so and so.
Yeah. No, that's not this movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next.
Let's see. Yes, he said going back and rewatch a masterpiece and find new things more than just joy. Even though, in my opinion, a movie can be your masterpiece and it's enough. Yeah, and entertainment is a movie's job. Yeah, it is. That's yep. High C sharp, C++.
Nice coding.
What's the topic about movies? Everything.
The best thing we watched this week podcast. Yeah.
Yes. Oscar race: Lily Gladstone or Emma Stone, and then Paul Giamatti or Cillian Murphy.
Cillian will win, but Paul Giamatti is probably. Oppenheimer is the darling for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I want Lily Gladstone to win.
For what? What was?
The Killers of the Flower Moon.
Oh right, yeah. I think she may win. I think she may win. Yeah.
She's won a couple of them so far.
Because
Yeah,
she's like in the SAG Awards. She won in the recent one that streamed live on Netflix this past week.
That wasn't that the SAG Awards?
Oh, maybe that one. Yeah, that was actually a good award ceremony. I watched that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I was surprised. I was like, this is far more entertaining than the Oscars is normally. Okay.
Oh, well, that's good.
And short and to the point. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not to take away from Emma Stone either.
No, of course not.
Her performance was spectacular in that.
Everyone should get a prize.
No. Who should play the next Bond? We have the next Bond. That is.
Idris Elba.
She was 007. I want her to
Oh,
be.
right. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I think Jack Black should be the next Bond.
Let's see. Speaking, going back and rewriting history, I remember the British indie Lola from 2022. These are the time things, you know.
Her name was Lola.
Yeah, you can
She
hit us
was a
up on
Shogun.
Patreon, and there is a tier that you can actually force us to do. So that would be but it's on our list. I've never seen Lola.
Don't know that it's out yet, to be honest.
Yeah. Fringe, X-Files, and The Twilight Zone. Yep, all three. C sharp, C++ wants to know, question for the Americans. Did we really go to the moon?
You should have been in the previous podcast we talked about whether the moon landing was real or not.
Yeah. The world didn't believe it. Yes. I'm not sure it matters to me whether or not we did. Have to get into Bong Joon-ho. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
It has some great stuff. C plus is you like conspiracy theories. Okay. So yeah, last week, go for that.
I mean, if you're wonderful, you can ask us on Patreon on a different tier. Yeah.
Yeah. Run Lola Run from Badger.
Fantastic film. I haven't seen it for years, but it is really good.
I don't know if I've seen all of it. I don't.
It's really
I
good.
remember-
You would have, if you'd started watching it, you would have watched the whole thing.
I'd have to go back and look. Yeah. Yossi wants Lily Gladstone and Paul Giamatti to win. The Box. Thanks, Bunny Dojo. That's with
That's
Cameron
the
Diaz.
one with Cameron
Yep.
Diaz. Thank you.
Yes.
And
Okay.
Madison. Yeah.
Nice. Everyone should get a prize. You get a prize. You get a prize.
We all get a
it's
prize.
Oprah. Yes. Okay. Yeah, very much so. All right. You want to hit up some entertainment news and what we're looking forward to?
Sure.
Okay. Go for it. My entertainment news was the Rock copywriting or attempting to copyright the ridiculous phrases.
Right. I'm just pulling mine up.
Okay.
You didn't have any more?
No, I thought I did, but I no.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
We've just gotten our first look. You can go look on Twitter now or wherever you get your entertainment news from. But we've had our first poster for Tron Airs.
Aries, yeah.
Yeah. It looks great. I was like, man, and that is still my favorite soundtrack, like ever. It's still number one, and definitely like in my top 150 films. I adore that film. I think it's fantastic.
It is. What a great sequel! Talk about a good sequel.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah. There's one that surpassed my expectations. So good. James Gunn's Superman Legacy has been renamed to Superman. It's like, do we care? Doesn't matter.
I am so not excited anymore.
I know. I'm kind of done. Like, ugh. I really hate the way this has been handled.
And I gotta say, how many? And it goes back to like Batman also. How many frickin' Superman movies do we need?
Yeah.
We've had.
I want to see more Superman movies, but I want to see different. I don't want to see the origins. I don't want to see him just growing up. I want to see him with, like, you know, there are books, like graphic novels. There's rich in lore, really interesting, different stories. Have him be the guy that they call for help or something when he's on another planet. Or, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Have you heard about the Wonka craziness that's been going around? Okay, so there's these exhibitions of Wonka. And they're so bad that you go into them and it's like an empty hall with a banner, some really crappy river that looks like, you know, it's meant, if you go into the land of Wonka, it's meant to be like awe-inspiring, right? And you should see some of the reactions. And then you pay to get in, and then there's a bar area, and this woman will look like, I bet I have to pay for that as well, right? Honestly, I can't believe that people are getting away with how much they're paying for to get into this. Honestly, it's crap. It's really bad.
Oh yeah. And some of the memes have been like, you know, people outside of Twitter hearing about Willy Wonka and there was something else, and having zero clue what's going on because it's just like happening on Twitter, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's just that is an atrocious thing, and I don't understand how they're staying open. How is local government or allowing that? Because that's basically fraud. Because what's shown on the website to people when they purchase tickets,
definitely not what you get. Yeah.
No.
Some gaming news. I find this funny. So this game, Skull and Bones, it's taken years to come out. It's basically you're on your own ship and you fight other ships out. It was the inspiration from Assassin's Creed Black Flag, where you got to have your own ship and your crew and board other ships, take them down, use the bounty for whatever, and then you know, carry on with the story campaign. So years and years and years later, finally, if Skull and Bones comes out, and this game is so poo that the player base for Black Flag has risen 200%. So everybody that's played Skull and Bones has gone, no, this is crap, and has gone back to the thing that was inspired by for a game that's really old now, but in my opinion is the best Assassin's Creed game. Which I think is hilarious and sad for everyone.
Do people still play Sea of Thieves?
Yeah, that's got quite a strong player base, yeah.
Okay,
I'm going to finish on happy news.
Okay.
And it came out of nowhere. One of my favorite anime series of all time. It's called Parasite. And this is getting a movie, a series, Netflix, and comes out in April. Like beginning of April. It's called Parasite the Grey. And dude, like, you're in for a ride. If you've never seen the anime, this is a messed up anime. If they need to be as brutal as the anime though to make it good.
Well, is it South Korean?
Yeah.
That's doing this, or is it?
No, it's South Korean. Yeah.
Okay.
The same creator that did Hellbound and Train to Busan.
Outstanding. Okay. Nice.
Nice. Yeah. So that is my entertainment news. Do you want to
Cool.
talk about what you're looking forward to?
Yeah, some things coming up this week. The Regime, which I talked about, I'm not looking forward to that. So that didn't actually answer your question. There is a movie. It was supposed to come out this week, but it got pushed back a week. It's an art house film called The Peasants, and it's oil painting animation.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that last week. Yeah.
Yeah. So the art style is wonderful. We've got The Program, Cons, Cults, and Kidnapping. That is coming to Netflix. It's a documentary short series, so I'm looking forward to that.
There's 3 also on Netflix I'm looking forward to. The Gentleman, Damsel, and The Signal. Those are all ones I probably will try and review.
Yes.
Yep.
There's also this is on Apple, and it's a casual watch. You can watch them in any order. The first season is wonderful. It's The Reluctant Traveler with Eugene Levy.
Yeah, I highly recommend this. If you need to feel good, I
Yes.
recommend watching this. Yeah.
Season 2 is coming out this week, and he's such a nice guy, and yet he hates to travel.
Yeah. He
then
genuinely
he's-
doesn't, but then I guess he comes around.
Yeah, well, and they make him do things that make him even more uncomfortable.
Like in season 1, we had to do like an ice bath. Like he was very uncomfortable doing that, but he did it to his.
And the comedy that comes from him just being naturally funny too.
Yeah.
It works. Yes. There's a series, I think it's Swedish, Norwegian, called Super Sex. No, maybe it's Italian.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not interested in that one. Yeah.
Take that for what it is.
At the cinema, Blumhouse's Five Nights at Freddy's creator and Megan, which doesn't leave me exactly ecstatic, but Imaginary comes out on March 8th here. Is that the same for you?
I think it is. Early reactions that I've seen, yeah.
Well, maybe that's good because all the reactions for Megan were like, Megan was the best movie ever. And I was like, what movie did you guys watch?
Yeah, apparently they watched something completely different than I saw because that movie was crap.
It was poo. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. I am. Oh, you know what? I don't know when it's coming out. It's in March. Let's see here. This is a couple weeks away. It's a 3-night event. I've already bought my tickets. I bought them for the entire family. We are going because the first time we saw the first movie, it was a cinematic joy to watch in a crowded theater.
Is this a trilogy then?
No, this is the second movie in this. I've never seen this.
You
This
said
one
it's
yet.
a 3-night event.
Oh yeah. It's like a special event. So it's playing on 3 nights only in the U.S.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
At least right now.
Right.
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2.
What? It's out already?
No, the 26th, 27th, and
No, but I mean,
28th.
like, they've made it already, and it's coming out in March.
Oh yeah, I bought my
Wow.
tickets, and that's I am.
Well, you are welcome to do all of the Winnie the Pooh and Blood and Honey too.
Dude, they got budget this time, so it's going to be a terrible movie. Don't get me wrong. The
I'm not
first
sure
one
that's
was
a good thing. Is it a good thing that they got budget?
well. That means they can do better gore.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You know, maybe we get to see the characters a little bit more and stuff like that. But
I don't think this is coming to the UK in this year. Yeah. There's no information on this.
so sad. I mean, I don't think the movie itself is going to be good. So nobody misunderstand what I'm saying here. But when I saw the first one in the theater, packed with people who understood what we were going
Huge
to see,
difference. Yeah.
I loved it. The experience was awesome. We're all laughing at the same things. The terrible, terrible, terrible dialogue, the cheesy moments, oh, seriously, really, this is what we're going to do. Yeah, this is what we're going to do. Okay, cool. Let's go for it.
Whenever I watch an Indian movie or Hindi movie, and it's packed, that experience is great.
It is. The audience makes it all the more better.
For sure. Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't have anything else on my list of what's
No,
coming
neither
out
do I.
this week.
That's everything
okay.
for me.
Cool. Then we'll wrap up, hit up the last bit of comments, and then let everybody go. Maybe under 3 hours. We'll see. Let's see here. Favorite Batman actor, Niket asks. Christian Bale for them.
That's tough. I really like Robert Pattinson's the Batman. I thought he was great in it. But I would have to go with like old school Keaton, especially seeing him in The Flash. I love Keaton. I just think he had so much suave. I even like Clooney. It's really hard to choose. Like, I know the film was bad, but I like Clooney as Batman.
I don't remember Clooney as Batman.
Val Kilmer, he was great.
I don't remember him as I really do like Christian Bale.
Well, go for Christian
But
Bale.
yeah. Okay.
I'd probably choose Conrad, as in the animated voice actor.
He's the one that just passed away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I think they have one more movie coming out, maybe. I don't know.
With his
Mark
voice.
Hamill said, with his voice. Mark Hamill had talked about how he's not sure he's going to reprise his role after this.
Because it wouldn't be the
Joker.
same, because he's been doing Joker with Conrad this whole time. Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah, which I respect. I thought that was that was nice.
Yeah.
So, JCH13, just as John Cena has his name copyrighted by WWE, which I didn't know that. I believe it's the same for The Rock, so I get why he wants to buy his copyrights. Sure, I mean, if the WWE is trying to do it versus him owning them, that makes sense. But
How do they see John Cena? Like, how do they know? Because we can never see him.
Yeah. And how do you copyright somebody's name?
Like, every time you write it, do you have to owe them some pence?
Yeah, I don't know.
Can you think it?
No. Run Lola Run, German movie. Okay. Yes. So I'm gonna have to rewatch it or watch it. I don't know. That's how it is. I don't know if I've seen it or not. I know it because she's got the red hair.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Don't want them to introduce the Authority before they introduce the Justice League in the new Superman movie.
Cool.
I don't read the comics, so I don't know what the Authority is. Do you know what that is?
Nah.
Oh, okay. Yes. That that sounds good.
I hope for you. Yeah.
Yes. Lobo movie from
I was
Badger.
sure that the dude that plays Aquaman was cast as Lobo.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Maybe still is. We just hasn't been announced in the new Spatter films. But yeah, I was very sure that he was doing that. There was this whole big marketing and media thing. I like him as a character in as Lobo. He's got to be as crazy and weird. There's this dude on a motorbike that's just got crazy superpowers. Yeah.
Well, he was the best part of Fast and Furious X or Fast X or whatever it was.
Although that's not saying much, is it? But yeah.
No, but he rose above the poo. I mean, he was
did.
funny.
He did.
This.
He was the thing I was watching. Not much else. Yeah.
Yes. Son of Soils. Never saw Breaking Bad. It's excellent. For me, it's a one-time watch. But was a Dexter guy. I've only seen season 1 and part of season 2.
I've seen all 8 seasons, and I hated that they ended it that way. And then they came back and did another season with him, and I don't know what they were trying to accomplish with that one. Even though I enjoyed it, I was just like, this is weird. Michael C. Hall defeated cancer while in between the seasons, and then still managed to complete his character. It's like he came back and like just dude's a rock star.
The thing that I find weird now, watching it now, removed from when it's actually coming, like whatever. You know the chick that plays his sister?
Yeah.
He was married to her.
What?
Yeah, in those
In
first
real
couple
life?
seasons. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
You know how funny it was, like in the latter seasons, like their chemistry is palpable, and that's weird. It's oogie. Now it makes so much sense. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to tell my wife. She's gonna look at Dexter in a whole new light.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Just
Okay.
it feels dirty. Oh, sorry, I hid that. James Bond 0623. Have you guys seen Shogun? Yes. Go back to an hour and 32 minutes in the time codes. We talked about episode 1. So there you go. Niket wants to know if we've seen Natural Born Killers. Dude, that has been forever and a day.
Like 25 years ago, but yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
I don't even remember Robert Downey Jr. in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Yasi agrees Shogun's on the watch list. David, What Dreams May Come. That's Robin Williams, right?
Yeah, it's a fantastic film.
The
So
colors.
painting, yeah, the painting changes. There's a whole thing to do with heaven and hell, and actually, yeah, it has quite a cool supernatural storyline in there. Yeah,
Yeah, beautiful
good.
one.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Mr. Saxon, damn, I'm late. Hey, you got it live though. That's awesome that you're here. We are wrapping up, so
Literally about to go, but hi.
we're glad you came. We're on live at 8 a.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. London time.
Which is GMT. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you just got to figure it out from there. Have we seen Tropic Thunder? Niket wants to know. How good was that movie?
Never go full retard. Yeah. Sorry, but I love that film. It's so wrong, and possibly Tom Cruise's best role ever.
Oh my gosh. Les Grossman, right? That's his name?
Yeah.
Just
I'm a dude playing another dude around another dude. Oh my gosh. Good memories.
oh man. Mr. Saxon, going back to Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, there's nothing better than a good bad movie, especially when you see it with a crowd who also understands that it's a bad movie. That's the thing that I think is
However you want to justify that, Chris, it's fine.
Dude, you know what made me laugh even more was
Yeah.
a bunch of the YouTubers, reviewers who
Yeah.
saw it
Yeah.
and hated it. But not so much because it was a bad movie, but it was because it was a bad movie and they had a bad theater experience.
Oh no.
And that's
What
what's
was-
or
That sucks. Yeah.
yeah, or they went in with an expectation like this was going to be
This is going to be Gone with the Wind.
Yeah, well, that's a Pooh movie too. I don't like that movie at all. But but seriously, I'm like, come on. You saw the stills, even if you never saw a trailer.
The title of the movie is called what?
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Yep.
If you walk into that film thinking this is going to be a serious masterpiece, then you need to re-question. You need to go home and you know resell your death sticks.
Exactly. I still put it out there in the universe that Blood and Honey 2 should also have the subtitle of Electric
American
Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo. Yeah,
Yes. Because come on.
it's right there.
My kids didn't know that was an actual movie. Not Winnie the Pooh, but Break Into Electric Boogaloo. They didn't know, and one time it was like on Max at some point, and we started watching. Now it's atrocious. It's better left in the 80s when we watched it. But it was so funny because they'd always hear us reference it, or other people reference it, but they thought it was made up. They thought it was just a made up thing. No, it's not.
No,
It was
it's
a
real.
masterpiece. It was a perfect film.
No.
No. Badger is not impressed with the Netflix Avatar series so far. The effects are great. Budget's not the issue, but the exposition dialogue is a bit much. I have not watched it.
I love the series. but I can understand the exposition dumping. Yeah, no, that was a thing. But I like the way they did the exposition dumping in this. Felt like it was during something that was moving as well, rather than just all sat around something. They occasionally do that. Yeah, I didn't mind. I knew they were going to have to do their own thing. The first season is 20 episodes in the animation, and then we get 8 the live action. So there's going to be some things that they're not going to be able to do, and some they're just going to have to go, hey, catch up.
Yeah. Looking forward to the peasants. Yeah, they did the Van Gogh. Searching
Van
for
Gogh
Vincent, looking
animation
for
style was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, Vincent. Yeah, what is it? Loving Vincent, looking for Vincent. I don't know, whatever it was. Yeah, the animation in this is stellar. The story is kind of like slice of life, and it's slower. Doesn't mean it's not good. You just need to understand that it's not a. I don't know.
The correct pronunciation is Van Gogh.
Not Van Gogh.
No.
Okay. Movie Dean, the new background. Yeah, I got new shelves. I ripped out the old shelves that I had because the wood had warped. They were homemade shelves, and so I then bought some.
Dude, your Funko collection is you have a problem.
I have more coming. Funko was having a sale yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
An Easter sale. Well, they were all $10.
Oh no.
And so I got two. Which is my favorite? That's tough. But these are distributed by Funko, but they're vinyl idols. That's in focus now. So I have Shaun and Ed.
Shaun of the Dead. Yeah.
I have Nicholas and Andy. No, not Andy Knightley. I have Nicholas and what's his name? Crap, Butters, from Hot Fuzz. But
right, yeah.
Vinyl Idols first off did just 3D animation of these, just like as stills, and they have it for The World's End. They have Gary King and Andy Knightley, but Funko has not released them, hasn't made them. And so I'm missing part of my trilogy.
Oh. Does that hurt?
Yes, very much so. I did just get this one though.
Why?
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Come on, dude.
Yeah,
Why not?
No clowns in the house.
And it's blacklight too.
Is it? Nice.
Yeah. I don't know which is my favorite. Actually, no. You know what I mean? This is going to seem very self-centered, okay? And it's not meant to be. Because at some point I'm gonna give one of them away because I have one still in a box.
I do. That's you.
Yes, he's got a flannel on. He's got popcorn, a TV remote.
Nice.
Yes. So, anyway, thank you for the compliment on the on the background and stuff. I don't know which one is my favorite Funko. I don't buy them all because I only buy the ones of like content that I really like. It's not just to collect them, It's things. And then obviously I take them all out of the box and I throw the boxes away, which collectors have just collectively gasped across the world watching.
Yeah, because you're not a collector. You like to use them and have them.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I'm bummed that some are farther back in the shelf than, and so you can't see them all. But
because you're 2 layers thick, right?
Not... yeah, mostly. And I have, what can you see? Can you see, okay, so I see the Kool-Aid Man and then one above that. I have 2 more shelves above what you can see.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I have some down below that you can't see either. So, and more coming. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you. Megan was crap. Yes, Megan was crap.
Megan was crap. Yes.
Yes. Tara, hey, good to have you here. Did we talk about Spaceman? No, we didn't. Neither of us watched it, but the consensus from everybody has been it's just not good. So I would say don't even finish it. Just give it up. There you go. We're glad you're here.
Tara Briscoe, have you seen a series called Briscoe County Jr.?
That's what's his Ash, right?
Yeah, it is. It's Ash. Yeah, that's old. So I'd be surprised
really
if she's
old.
even heard of it. Yeah.
Low budget B or Z horrors are the best.
They
can be.
Yeah.
And Prime typically has a ton of them.
If they embrace the B, if they try and take it serious, then it doesn't work.
No. And Tubi has a ton of it. So does Screambox. I've subscribed to Screambox, and that's got some just
Real bad films.
Oh yeah. The reason I subscribed though is because I wanted to rewatch. What was that ultra-violent movie that you and I watched?
On the
On the
boat?
boat. Yeah.
Flip.
Project Wolf Hunting.
Project Wolf Hunting. What a great title as well.
Yeah. Bloody. What a good movie. Okay, so Yassi's favorite Batman is Michael Keaton, without a doubt.
I get that.
Farscape as an underrated sci-fi show from Badger. Have you watched Farscape?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, underrated for sure. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When you said yeah, I was like, oh, maybe you disagree.
No, I really liked it. It's they were brave, man. They were using like puppeteering and stuff in a really serious sci-fi. It was awesome. Yeah, really different. Yeah, very underrated.
Was there a one character that had like a weird kind of
There's a dude that had like squid tentacles on his face. I mean, I haven't seen it in years, but yeah, I loved it. You'll recognize the actors as well. Like they've gone on to do many other sci-fi stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Not sci-fi, but The Returned French series was fabulous. There was an American remake or something like
that as well. Yeah,
and
which wasn't very good.
Yeah, no,
They should have returned The Return.
This is on my list to watch. I just haven't seen it. Have you watched the original?
No, but I know of it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Very interesting Spanish movie, The Platform, dude.
That's getting a sequel,
which I don't understand.
I don't know if you like. Maybe
Why?
maybe it's another story, another platform, with different actors, and if we get something different, but you could ruin what for me was so brutal, weird, quirky, odd, disgusting, and enjoyable. Like
all of those.
Yeah.
How do you do a different story?
I don't know. You get to the bottom level, and if we find that's only one section of 3 levels, and then it keeps going down or something. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's supernatural, and it's different layers of monsters. Just going
which we do need we do need a Cabin in the Woods spin-offs movies
that film.
Series with
That's
all of
so
the
good.
whiteboard stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Movie Dean. Appreciate that. Yeah, I like the Funkos. I think they're fun, and it's some people have called them early when I started YouTube. They called them dolls. Why does a grown man have dolls in your background?
I used to get like with my set. Yeah, it's like why is a grown man on YouTube with a beard and like I wear my duck, my hat. Like look at how he's wearing, and he's got like toys and stuff. And you know what? I don't care.
You must be fun at parties. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
I am a Toys R Us kid, and I am Peter Pan because I never want to grow up.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to grow up.
Yeah, no. Yassi's talking to Niket. Robert Downey Jr. watch. Yeah, he's watching both. There. Killer Clowns. Yes, you definitely need to get it. I got that one off of Amazon. $5. It was through the had some of their Funkos that they were selling through Amazon, and they were $5 in the U.S. I don't know anywhere else in the world or if they're even available, but that's what you get. Ruben, General would like to know, have you seen Restaurant to Another World?
I haven't, but I saw this comment and I looked it up, and now I've added another anime to my. It looks fun.
Okay. the documentary Alexander, is that the Navalny one? Because if you're talking about Navalny, oh my gosh, that is what an amazing documentary, and just terrible at how foreshadowing it is in light of what they've done with him. I would also suggest reading a book, Once Upon a Time in Russia, by Ben something, because it chronicles the oligarch's rise in Russia all the way to Putin, and it is, you hear about poisonings and the radioactivity, stuff like that they use to poison people, and then you see what with Navalny, yeah, all ties in together, and it's disgusting. And Tara Briscoe, yeah, Bruce Campbell, thank you. That's who it is. And yeah, and yes, she has heard of Briscoe. Awesome.
I was so young. That was a Friday evening, family, eggs and chips, and then Briscoe County Jr.
Nice. I never watched it, but yeah. Platform getting a sequel apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I guess Due Date with. Oh yeah, I saw that one. That's been a long time. That road trip movie had some funny moments, if I remember correctly.
Galifianakis.
Yes. Never let go of the self-centered Funko. Thank you. No, I do actually. I bought one specifically that I've kept in the box to not keep. So at some point, I will give that away to somebody. I don't know when, and I don't know how I'm going to execute that, but yes, yes. Due Date, hilarious. This. Oh, they're talking about. The Due Date Scream box. It's a horror thing. It's kind of like Shudder, except it's its own thing, and I think it's like $5 for a year or something ridiculous like that. It's very cheap. Not a lot of great movies, but some really good movies. If you wanted to watch Terrifier 2, that was also on there as their exclusive. So they worked out something like that. General, Ruben, you're going to love it. Is that the...
Watch it before eating. Yeah. I'm going to watch it. Can I watch it during dinner? Like while I'm eating? Because it's an eating anime?
Yeah. Oh, okay. And, okay, Alexander the Historical Figure. Oh, is that Netflix, the docudrama one on Netflix? If that's the one, I started it and I turned it off because I watched another one before that,
and
similar.
that great, yeah.
And it wasn't. Yeah, I didn't appreciate the dramatization because it felt way too not suspect. What is the word where they're wow, brain melt.
Overacting?
No. They were like making a lot of assumptions on
Right.
what
Yeah.
interactions would have been.
Yeah, it feels very... It feels much less than a documentary, yeah.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. It's like when a documentary has too many reenactments in it that become cheesy, or if they just speculate. That's the word I'm looking for. If they're speculating
speculative.
way too much. Yeah. So, Mbasu Fakad said there's a red flag right there. I'm assuming you're talking about docudrama and stuff like that. So, yes. So, all right, everybody. I think we're done. We've gone over our 3 hours again, Ruben. Don't forget, we do have our Patreon opportunity, patreon.com/thebeardedOnes. Thanks to all our patrons that are on there currently. For £1, you can get in, and that gets you access to everything. There are a couple of tiers that you can go in as well that allow you to make us watch a movie or a series or both. Some of them allow you to join us on a video where we do a ranking or something like that. So you can do all of those. Check that out. There's also a couple outside the paywall, and that way you can you get a sense of what is on there and make sure it's something that you want to do. But yeah, if you all those suggestions that we were getting, if you want to make us watch it, hop on there, join the appropriate tier, and that will happen there. We also, as Ruben had said, we have our podcast where you can listen to this on the go if you're doing it on YouTube or on the replay. And we have all of our previous episodes there as well, so you can go back years and check that too.
Yep.
Got a couple of comments. Good night, Badger.
So long.
Game over.
Farewell.
Game over, dude. Game over. Or man, not dude. Man.
Game over, man. Game over.
Oh, well, thank you everybody for joining us, and we will see you next week. All right? Take care.